Hey everyone, Brian from Three Geeky Dads here. Before we begin tonight's episode, I just want everyone to know that we are now sponsored by Audible. As an IT professional for a school department, I find myself behind the wheel of my car traveling between schools almost all day long, and that's where Audible comes in. Right now, I'm enjoying listening to Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, read by Stephen Fry. It's so enjoyable to hear this hilarious audiobook read by a proper British comic actor. And that's just scratching the surface. Audible is the leading provider of spoken word content, with everything from bestsellers, celebrity memoirs, and news to podcasts. Yes, if you're into podcasts, and you're listening to us right now, so we can assume you do, Audible has got you covered. Just go to www.audibletrial.com/3GD to get your free 30-day trial today. That's www.audibletrial.com/3GD to get your free 30-day trial. You'll get 1 credit, 2 credits if you're already an Amazon Prime member. That's good for any premium selection titles you like, and they're yours to keep. You also get the Audible Plus catalog of podcasts, audiobooks, guided wellness, and Audible originals. Listen all you want. No credits needed. Again, that's www.audibletrial.com/3GD. $14.95 a month after your 30-day trial. Cancel at any time. Audible. Stay informed, connected, and inspired. And now, on with the show.
Warning, incoming dad joke. Warning, incoming dad joke.
Guys, I was going to try and find a good Madam Web joke, but I think the movie's the best joke of all.
Ooh.
Oh, you're probably right.
Agreed.
No.
Who is your daddy, and what does he do?
It was like a pink nightmare.
Christmas has a Yule log. Not a log, I don't have a log.
All that I have, all that I've learned, everything I feel, all this and more I bequeath you, my son.
Your father was Frankenstein, and your mother was the lightning.
We named the dog Indiana.
I am your father.
Oh, sir, you are not. Great joke, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
It's another homemade one, right?
Yeah.
That's a home run.
It's a homemade and home run.
Absolutely. Hello and welcome to Three Geeky Dads, the show that has everyone saying enough already with the themes and what the hell is that smell? I am Mark, and with me as always are the 2 chumbas to my wumbas.
Derek?
Brian.
And joining us in pissing the night away while saying F you to math of the title of our show, Tito.
Hey,
Stop pissing
The night away.
the night away.
I thought it was going to be the vodka drink to your whiskey drink to
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
lager drink
Yeah,
to
but
his
then
cider drink.
that would have been
There was
better.
4
but
drinks
that's
right
like
there.
way too...
Consult me next time.
Yeah.
No, that's way too complex.
See, this is why we have the meetings.
We got our own thing going on here.
You don't want to get in on this.
Yeah, but then I couldn't say pissing the night away because it's the best part of that song. Pissing the night. No, it isn't. And so we say goodbye to April and onward into May, and with May comes our always popular time of year, our series of 4. Yes, in honor of May 4th, and may the 4th be with you, and all that Star Wars awesomeness. We have 4 movies that have nothing to do with Star Wars.
Thank God.
Because that's what we do on our show. Promise you one thing and give you something else. Annoying? Yes. Original? No. Tons of movies and shows have promised and never delivered, be it in plot,
Quality?
character,
No.
that Nigerian prince scam on the internet, and of course, our movie for this evening, Madam Web, the 4th in Sony's attempt to pass a Spider-Man driven movie without any Spider-Man. But before we, you know what? Nothing happens in this movie to joke about, so let's just get on to our own.
All right, so you can listen to us at 3 Geeky Dads.
There he is talking right now. Our own Madame of macaroni and meat sauce, Brian. He is here to get this mishap of a main course going with a yummy appetizer to start us off.
Mishap and Madam Web.
Yeah, they just go together. Like peanut butter and chocolate.
I'd like to see that.
They're two sassy detectives.
I'd like to see that beauty contest. You got mishap, you got misshapen, you've got misinformed. Wait, that described all of us.
I think it's that Mama June reality show. I don't even know is still on or not. When you watch Law and Order on WeTV, you see a promo for a lot of that. Yeah, it's not that I follow the show.
Not at all.
I don't.
You're having trouble there, aren't you? The head goes on the other. Simon, help Gwen's friend with his fish.
Oh, I have no idea.
Where's George, why don't you tell us about your day?
Oh, yeah, Dad. Did you catch that spider guy yet?
No, we didn't catch him yet, but we will. He's an amateur who's assaulting civilians in the dead of night. He's clumsy, he leaves clues, but he's still dangerous.
He's assaulting people? I'm not sure. I mean, I saw that video. Him and the car thief, and I think most people would say that he was providing a public service.
Most people would be wrong.
So yes, tonight, as Mark mentioned, we're going to be looking at Madam Web, a film about a Spider-Man villain that, again, does not have Spider-Man in it. What it does have, though, are 3 future versions of Spider-Woman who only show up in costume for a few moments in a flashback scene. Very disappointing in a movie already packed with disappointing moments. That got us thinking, though, this isn't the first time we, as comic book readers, have been let down by the film versions of some of our favorite comic book heroes. So, here they are, our top disappointing moments from comic book films.
All right. Derek.
No.
I think.
It can't be.
I started last week, didn't I?
You
I
did?
don't remember.
Yeah.
No, but didn't you take my... No, didn't I go first when I wasn't here?
Yeah, but that was only because you weren't here.
Right.
All right,
Last
So now it's you.
Yeah,
All right.
it is you.
It's
Jump
me.
on it!
It's me.
Yeah.
It's DDP.
We could have read your notes anywhere.
You on my pillow. It's you in my heart.
So there's a lot of them, obviously, but I think the one that bothered me the most is his Two-Face Dark Knight. It was such a disappointment. Not the look.
That's a good one.
I love
like
the
the
look
way
of
he
it.
looks.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it was perfect, and he's a great actor.
He is.
Like
Aaron Eckhart.
to put him at the end of the movie and then kill him sucked. That was
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
Like
He could have been a big part of the
right.
third movie.
And you knew you were making a trilogy.
Instead of having a stupid voiced Bane.
there's nothing wrong with that Bane.
There's nothing wrong with me, Brian.
But it's just, yeah, it was a waste. You know, you only see him in Two-Face mode like twice, and it's just, you know, I wanted more. I would have liked to see a whole movie revolved around Aaron Eckhart's Two-Face.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agree with you 100%.
I like Aaron Eckhart. I like a brunette Harvey Dent, though.
Yeah.
And he
Something
was
about blonde
because of
Harvey
the show?
Dent, I don't
blonde
love as
Harvey
much.
Dent.
Is it because of the show? Because the guy that he kind of looked like Bruce Campbell.
Oh, Bruce
cartoon
Campbell.
The
that
cartoon
was-
version, yeah.
I would have loved a Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Harvey
totally.
Dent.
saying
I
it for
love the
years.
show. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been
But
great.
I actually told
what
him
show
that.
are you referring to? Not the cartoon.
The
Didn't he
animated
show
series?
up on...
The-
Okay,
yeah,
the
yeah,
animated
series.
series.
I thought you were talking
Yeah, he had
about
like the
live action
jet black
Yeah, yeah,
hair
he
and
did,
the
yeah.
square
Yeah.
jaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He always reminded me of Bruce Campbell. I actually went to a signing. I went to a screening of The Man with the Screaming Brain.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes.
And he was there, and I got a book signed by him and told him how I thought that he would have made an awesome Two-Face.
Yeah.
And he thanked me. So
Oh, excellent.
I gotta
You're
thank
the
you.
only one, Derek.
Probably, but
That's
you know.
how he sounded, too.
Thanks,
He sounded,
kid.
"You're the
Move
only
along."
All
one.
right. All right. Get this
Thanks
kid-
for rehashing
Stay
that
outta here.
memory, you jerk. Get out of here. What was I going to say? Shit, I was going to... Shit.
You're talking
Oh,
Two-Face.
I'll tell you who I want. I wanted Billy D. Williams to...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come back.
Well, and we got it in the comic
I don't
form,
give a
which is
shit. I mean, the comic is good, but I want...
And he looks cool.
He would have
I like the
been
look
a
that they
great
went-
Two-Face
Yeah.
in the Batman 3 movie that was originally
They keep
set.
doing him dirty.
They do.
Yeah.
Billy D.
When they finally gave him his movie, it was Tommy Lee Jones, and he
I
looked like
know.
he had, Play-Doh on his face.
Let's not go.
Oh,
let's
yeah,
not go
Tommy Lee
there.
Jones. I forgot about that one.
Say what you want, though. At least Two-Face was there throughout the whole movie.
That's true, that's
as
true.
opposed to the Dark Knight. So,
That's true.
all right.
So, like Derek said, there are many moments to choose from. I'm going with the MCU because I'm a Marvel guy. Drax not getting to kill Thanos.
Yeah.
His story arc, he was all about killing Thanos. He blamed Thanos ultimately for the death of his wife and daughter. And when it all came down to it, at the final battle, he was nowhere near Thanos at all, which would have contributed to his story arc, I think. I do love the Drax character, but he started off as such a badass, too.
Yeah.
Another complaint of mine is that he just became comic relief towards the end. And I still love him for it. I do.
Yeah.
I do. But I kind of like the menacing Drax as well. I think the first movie had such a good balance of the two.
Yeah.
And in the end, they kind of went more towards the comedy with him, and they kind of dropped the entire thing with him blaming Thanos for, killing his family. And I would have liked to have seen some kind of resolution with that.
True.
Mine is also Marvel. It's Wade Wilson in X-Men Origins.
Oh, right.
yeah.
Yes. I didn't even think of that one.
Great disappointment for me.
Big disappointment for everybody.
Yeah, we did an episode on it. I was so excited for this movie. They had all those little 30, 45 second promos that they cut.
That's
for
right.
the
You brought that
film.
up when we did that episode.
So excited when I saw those promos, and I was like, "Oh, he's Wade Wilson. Maybe it'll transition into Deadpool," and it does, in the worst possible fucking way. And we have it now the way we want it. But at that time,
Thank God.
I was like, "Damn, this movie! What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I was so excited. So many cool people. And
Hi, Mark.
Hi. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Continue.
That was Ryan Reynolds.
Is he texting you again?
But they really
Stop talking about me.
screwed the pooch on that one.
Drink my
Yes, they did. I am going to go with Marvel as well. I'm going with the Green Goblin in the Spider-Man movie. I love Willem Dafoe, and I remember seeing the
I had a feeling you
trailer.
were going to go with that one.
I remember seeing the trailer and noticing they didn't show a lot of him in that first trailer, so I knew he was flying on the backglider in the distance.
Yeah,
and somebody
which looked
was
great.
saying, "What the hell is that?" And I thought it was awesome. You could hear him laughing. Thought it's great. Green Goblin was always a favorite of mine as a kid, and I was really looking forward to it. And what I got was an awful costume. Willem Dafoe is fantastic, but that costume is just god awful.
And you can't see his face.
You can't, but you can see his mouth. It's a whole
can.
Rawhead Rex thing,
Rex,
right?
yeah.
You can see the mouth through the mouth.
Yeah.
It just looks, and it still looks absolutely ridiculous. The movie itself is fine,
Fine.
but the costume is just
Now,
awful.
did you like?
And especially after the later on when they showed that behind the scenes thing where they were working on
I
the articulated
know.
mask
All the art
that he
designs
might have
for
been
it.
able to wear.
Right.
That looked fantastic.
Yeah,
Why they
they-
didn't go in that direction, I'll
Because
never
they got
know.
scared, or they didn't want to put the money forth, or something.
Was that
I
a
don't
studio?
know.
I always felt like it would have been a studio thing because I feel like if
Yeah,
Sam
let's blame
Raimi
Sony.
could have
I'm gonna
had
blame-
the
I'm
mask.
gonna blame him.
No, I mean,
Absolutely.
you've got a guy that has such an expressive face, and
Oh, God,
his
yeah.
face looks like a.
Well,
Like everybody
he
wants him
looks
to be
like
the
the Green
Joker.
Goblin.
Yeah.
Right.
He looks like the Green
Like, he-
Goblin's
he does.
face, like
So
the
he-
actual comic face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it would have been. Now, did you like how he looked in No Way Home?
I liked it better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with
I
like the
still
purple
wasn't-
and
yeah.
the
Yes,
the
I
tattered
did.
like
Yeah.
so he had the
Oh, the
hood.
Yeah.
hoodie
Too bad
gets
they
all
didn't
ripped
paint his
up.
face
Yeah.
green or make his face
Right.
green for some reason.
Right. There was
But
there was,
he
there was
makes some,
more
like-
of an attempt, at least, but
But he makes some good faces.
He
He
does.
really does.
Like
he
goblinish
does. Yeah.
faces.
Yeah, but definitely better. But you're going from shit to okay. You know, it's all right. That's good, but
Not good
it
enough.
could have been better all along.
Yeah.
So that's mine.
Agreed.
Any
Runners up. That's you.
Ah, God, so many. Lucifer and Constantine. He was only in it for a quick second, and he was awesome. Venom and Spider-Man 3.
Well, he was awesome. What was disappointing about him then?
Not in it enough.
Oh, just not in him enough?
Right.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
he's such a good actor. That,
Agreed. Stormar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Stormar.
Yeah, it was a great version of the devil.
Shatterstar and Black Tom Cassidy in Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
The Illuminati scene, obviously, is a huge one.
Yeah.
Oh, in Doctor Strange.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God, that was awful.
Martian Manhunter in Justice League. Banshee in X-Men First Class. I would have liked to see
Was
more
it the
of him.
look or just not enough of Martian Manhunter?
Not enough of them.
Okay.
Not enough, yeah. Just like, don't tease me.
yeah.
You know, give me some.
Don't give me hope.
Yeah.
Don't give me
Don't
hope.
tease me,
And
John.
I mean, there's a ton of other ones, but I'll say MODOK. I really wish that he was in it more in that third Ant-Man movie. I liked it.
I hated it.
I loved
the
it.
look
Stretched
of
out
MODOK.
face.
I mean, that's what he is, though.
So
Like
weird looking.
it's
Not
really
like that.
no. If you think about it, it's the most accurate to the comics that they could get, like on a live action on a film.
Hearing how Disney treated their special effects departments. and
Well, yes,
CGI, it's
obviously.
it's not the best they could have done.
No.
True.
They could have
No,
done better.
I guess so.
But yeah, when I saw his face, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's all stretched out and shit.
Yeah.
The way he plays it, I like it.
Right.
The look of
Yeah.
his face.
Corey Stoll's a great actor, but
Yeah.
yeah, the look was a little.
It was very goofy looking. Which
MODOK itself is
he
goofy looking.
goofy
It's hard to
but-
translate that into the screen and
that's
make
what
it
I mean.
believable.
So like,
better to just
no,
not
I,
do
and,
it
and I agree
then.
with Derek.
Yeah.
I didn't totally hate it, but I didn't totally love it
No.
either.
But he also runs like AIM.
He does.
So he's like maniacal and
Yeah.
he's a supervillain.
Yeah.
So
the MCU
there
always
wasn't enough
changes the
balance of
facts
that.
up from the comics,
Yeah.
so it's its own thing.
It is. It's his
I
own
really
thing.
didn't have any. Well, the only thing, and I didn't mind the change. So I'm going
Change.
to it's time.
That was a
to
reach.
change. Yes, talk about callbacks. The Mandarin,
Right.
from
Right.
Iron Man 3. I didn't mind that it was Slattery. That it was an actor.
Oh, I liked it.
I did. I liked that fact, but I didn't like the fact that it was Killian was saying he was the Mandarin.
Oh yeah.
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 That I didn't like.
Yeah.
But I did like the fact that they pulled the wool out. Like, he's not this badass guy. He's this drunk little British actor, like, portraying him. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah.
I did. And I get why they changed it. You know, you can't have this caricature that looks like David Lopan.
Yes.
In
Which
this day and age.
I think you should.
I don't know.
Fuck the
I don't think it'll
rules.
fly.
I would fly with me.
Yeah, well,
But who comes the actual?
Because he becomes he's in Shang-Chi.
He is.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and he's just a
He's got the 10
good-looking
rings and-
older
Asian guy.
Oh.
Yeah. Was it Lung? Tony Leung?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great actor. But I as far as like Iron Man 3 goes, I didn't like that it was Killian.
Right.
And they kind of retconned it a little bit in Hail to the King.
Right.
Where like they imply that there was an
Oh,
actual
that's
real
short.
Mandarin out
Yeah.
there and he's, coming for him. Which they did play into in the 10 Rings, which I like because that was one of my big peeves with the early MCU was like it was supposed to be the 10 Rings were behind everything at the beginning.
Right.
And then by like the third or fourth movie, they're like, no, we're going with Thanos.
Right.
You know,
And they
that was
never-
all
and they
swept
never
under
spoke of the
rug.
10 Rings again
until Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
And then it was like this kind of, like, oh, we're finally going to get the Mandarin. And
Right.
we're going to see who's pulling the strings. And then it was like, this guy that Tony stiffed at a party one day. I'm
Right.
like, fuck that.
Yeah.
I like Guy Pearce, but I didn't like that part of it. I didn't like that he was the Mandarin.
My only, I got two. I got Bullseye and Daredevil. I liked the casting. I wasn't a fan of the look. And Bane and Batman and Robin. I think it's
that's
way worse than Nolan's. I was like, what the fuck is this?
I got to agree.
Agreed.
Got to agree.
Agreed.
I hate to go with it, but
Yeah.
I'd rather have this.
Yeah. Same.
Like a green skin bodysuit with like balloons in the arms.
Terrible.
And his trench coat disguise.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
The same
trench coat
disguise
disguise.
Raphael wears in the first
Yeah, and he's got a fedora and a trench coat.
Right.
He's driving Poison Ivy around. Oh,
Terrible.
God, that is awful. I got a couple. I got Rhino and Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not that I'm a big Rhino fan, but I'm a big Paul Giamatti fan.
Exactly.
And I would like to have seen him more Rhino-y.
Right.
Yeah.
Rhino-y.
The lack of Mr. Mind in Shazam! Fury of the Gods, because that's what they were leading
That was a
up
really
to.
good setup at the end. Where they
Yeah,
had that
and of course they did nothing with it
Yeah.
because they suck. They they're awful.
saw that movie with you, and I saw how excited you got.
Oh,
with
it
it.
was
It's
so-
Mr. Mind!
yeah, I jumped up. I love Mr. Mind. It was like, oh, Shazam villains, yes. And finally, pretty much everything about Birds of Prey. I was disappointed with all the pretty much all of the characters in Birds of Prey were very disappointing.
Yeah.
And that's just it. At the top of my head.
That's all I got to say about that.
That's it.
That's it.
Gotta save Baba.
Excellent confusing, but
Yes.
excellent advertising. All right. Shall we get to the main
All right.
course?
The main course.
All right, here we go. It's an extensive one here.
If I wanted the car thief off the street, he'd already be off the street.
So why wasn't he then?
The car thief was leading us to the people who run the entire operation. It's been a 6-month-long sting. It's called strategy. I'm sure you're aware of the term strategy. You've probably heard about that in school.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, obviously he didn't know you had a plan.
You seem to know an awful lot about this case. You know something that we don't know? I mean, whose side are you on
No,
here?
I'm not on anyone's side. I saw a video on the internet.
Oh, you saw the video on the internet. Well, then the case is closed.
Well, no, I'm just saying if you watch the video, maybe he sends you a link. It looks like he's really trying to help.
Yeah, sure. On the internet, he's being made out to look like some kind of masked hero or something.
No. I'm not saying he's a hero. I don't think he's a hero at all.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying he's trying to help, and it looks like he's trying to do something maybe the police can't.
Something the police can't?
I don't know.
What do you think we do all day? Think we just sit around eating donuts with our thumbs planted firmly up our
George,
asses? Is that what
Daddy.
you think we
George.
do down there?
Up your what, Dad?
Howard.
I think he stands for what you stand for, sir. Protecting innocent people from bad guys.
I stand for law and order, son. That's what I stand for, okay? I wear a badge. This guy wears a mask like an outlaw, Mr. Parker.
Let's get some air, Peter.
Madam Web is a movie. Opening thoughts?
That it is. Yeah, I got some thoughts. Hold on, I'm going to try to get through this.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Derek, but I really thought you were going to go with the Mystery Science Theater route with your intro. Every year, Hollywood introduces thousands of films. This was one of them.
That's too wordy. Too wordy. I don't want this movie wasting my time.
You even left out from Sony.
Yeah. I had from Sony.
Even his abridged notes.
And I was like, you know what? That's just an extra second I'll be spending on this movie.
I'm not wasting any more time on this. No.
All right, opening thoughts. Sony. Why can't you get your shit together? They really need to sell the rights back to Marvel Disney. Just stop. You're not making good movies. You're not making money off them. You're wasting time and money that could be put to better use. And it's too late to stop other things like Kraven. No one asked for these movies.
Nope.
They own the rights, so they just make the movies and then they do shitty jobs with them. And so what's the point? Like, if you're not going to try to make money off of these movies, then what's the point of owning the rights?
Exactly.
Morbius should and could have been.
It's just to hang on to the rights at this point, I think.
Right. It's just a fucking cockfight.
It's a kid not letting go of his toy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you can pack him up and go to Grandma's house. He's just holding on to that. I'm not going anywhere.
Yep.
Morbius should and could have been awesome. It's an awesome character, but because they don't appreciate the IP, they make garbage that doesn't sit well with fans. And not only are the fan base not into them, but then any new audience outside of comic fans don't enjoy them. They either don't enjoy them or they hear all these comic book fans talking about how shitty it is and is like, I won't go see it.
Yep.
You own Spider-Man, so make Spider-Man movies, you fucking idiots. Tell a good story arc. Stop making all these individual films about banal characters like El Muerto, Nightwatch, Jackpot, Hypno Hustler. These are all real projects that are in the works, in the pipeline. Do you know who any of those are?
Nope.
Me neither.
Jackpot.
I know El Muerto, but that's about
Jackpot was Mary Jane Watson in the comic books for a
and then
while.
Someone else, though, so that someone else took it up.
So it's not even going to be Mary Jane.
And if you're going to insist on doing these side films without Spider-Man, stop beating the dead horse to death by cramming as many references to the kid in the movie. Absolutely. Stop. All that said, it's not as bad as I expected it to be.
Oh, no.
It's bad.
You just Shyamalan
It's bad.
shit.
It's bad.
Yeah, you did.
Thank you.
Total twist to the end. Wow,
right.
what the twist?
It's a guy in a mask.
It was the trees the whole time. They were killing everybody.
What? Derek, no.
It was the village all
It
along.
was the guy in a costume.
I see shitty movies everywhere.
Oh, shit. I see dead properties.
Side note, we have not done a Shyamalan movie yet. I don't think.
No, I don't know if we ever will.
I think we need to at some
Really?
point. Yes.
All right.
At least the Unbreakable series.
That
We could,
we
Those
might
movies
do.
are fantastic.
All right.
I think we need to talk about The Happening at least.
What was his
It's
fourth
time.
movie?
Lady in
The Village.
No, the
or
Village.
Lady
That's
in,
right.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. The Village, because that was
Okay.
yes.
All
that
right.
was
I don't want to
that's a good
subject
one.
myself to that one again.
Okay. Next year's series of 4.
Yeah.
What can I say? It's yet another Spider-Man villain movie that no one asked for, that doesn't have Spider-Man in it, and at this point, who's really looking forward to Kraven the Hunter?
Exactly.
Nobody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, this movie was garbage.
I like him as an actor.
Who?
Was it Aaron Taylor?
It's Aaron Taylor. Well, yeah.
Oh,
Aaron Taylor
Johnson?
Yes. Quicksilver
But, yeah.
from Age of Ultron.
But get the fuck out of here with your stupid movie. Especially like what they're doing, like the idea that they're just giving him powers. Like he's just a hunter.
Yeah.
He's a big, strong friggin' guy who
Big
likes
game
to hunt.
hunter.
Yeah, hunt things.
He's well trained, but
They got to give him like superpowers where he can talk to the animals and he's
he's
like
Dr.
friends with
Dolittle all of a
animals
sudden?
instead of
Is he gonna be
friggin'
like,
shooting them.
Is he going to be like the Phantom? Is that what we're going with?
the ghost that walks.
Oh,
Ghost
Yeah.
that walks.
Possibly.
I mean, he wasn't the first to talk to animals.
He
and he
wasn't.
probably won't be the last,
No.
unfortunately.
Many heroes talk.
I wish
to
I could
animals.
talk to animals.
I do too.
the Kraven that walks?
What they would
Yeah,
say.
I know. I would want to know what the hell's up
Like,
with
get
Yellow
the fuck
Jackets.
outta here.
Be like, what's your problem, Yellow Jackets?
Yeah.
Why you got to be hating on everything?
Yeah.
We're like, dog, why are you in this airport? Get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of this airport, dog. I know you understand me. I know you understand me. Get the fuck out of the airport.
He would say, I'm a support animal, Tito. I'm supporting.
That's a no from me, dog.
Oh, I'm just taking the kids to Disney World. That's all.
They promised me sausages.
All right. I actually saw this movie again because I like them to be fresh in my head. I just kind of had it on in the
couldn't bring
background.
myself to do it, Tito. I couldn't.
I don't know if it's a hot take now, but it probably won't be in like 10 years. You guys are going to love this movie in 10 years. It's going to be one of your favorite riff tracks of all time.
Oh, riff tracks.
I guarantee
okay.
this movie will have some insane cult following that'll love the shit out of this thing. Because it's so fucking stupid.
Pull a Marty
it's
McFly.
so bad.
Guess you guys aren't ready for this, but your kids are going to love it.
Your kids are going to love it.
You riffers are going to love it.
It's going to be... That's as I was watching it, I was like, I think Mark will like this the next time he sees it. For all the reasons he likes some of those other movies. The ones that are just like so... It's so fucking bad. Yeah, what do you got?
I don't think I can argue with that now. I haven't seen it again, but I have heard other comments that have said this is a great movie to riff, this is a great Mystery Science Theater movie and all that stuff. So there could be truth to what you're saying.
It's definitely going to be up there as one of the worst. Forget comic book movies, like worst movies ever.
It is just
right.
Upon only seeing this movie once, it's extremely boring and very forgettable. That's really all. I don't remember anything.
Pointless
for sure.
Pointless.
I remember thinking, well, this is not the worst thing I've ever seen, and it's certainly not good. So it's kind of like just spending an hour and a half or however long it was in purgatory. That's really what I felt like. I know nothing's
Pack up, kids. We're going to purgatory there.
Yeah.
I think it's like 2, and it actually... Is it 2 hours? Maybe it was a little bit less.
I don't remember.
Honestly, it flew for me the second time. I was
Did
like,
it really?
Yeah, it didn't drag. I remember it not dragging. I just remember
an hour and
being
56
like,
minutes. So just under 2 hours.
there was always something not happening.
Yeah, nothing happens.
It's just right.
It's just nothing happens.
Kept it fresh.
Kept it fresh. It's all talking.
Good pacing.
Yeah.
It's all talking.
Do you like bitchy camping scenes? We got you.
I can't wait to hear this episode when you guys are like, that scene, that's so funny when they blah, 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 blah. I can't wait. I'm telling you, we're going to put it in the vault. We're going to come back to it. We're going to come back to it.
3GD retrospective. Remember when you guys shit all over Madam Web?
All right. I mean, that's really all I've got. It is just a boring movie. And I didn't even hate the people in it. I thought if it was a good movie, I liked the costumes from what I saw of it. But I didn't see a lot of that. I just saw a lot of people talking, which,
I read on IMDb, the original idea was that Madam Web and the Spider-Women were trying to stop Sims from going back in time to kill Mary Parker.
Oh, see, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I thought, that could have been a cool fucking movie.
Movie.
But then there was so many rewrites, like right up to the point where they were filming scenes that it was like not even the same. Like the final script that they ended up shooting wasn't even the same script that they read when they signed on for the movie.
Yeah, right. I saw Dakota Johnson that said something like that.
Yeah,
Actually, it kind of made me feel bad for her when I was like, this is why you're not trying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. This is not the movie you thought you were making.
Oh, they knew this wasn't going anywhere. Even they knew, and you could tell. You could just tell.
But I think she thought when she initially saw the script that there was kind of a cool idea there. Right. And she showed up to work and they were like, here's the new thing. And she was like, oh, wait a minute. Well, I signed the contract.
And then the guy ran away. Too late, you already signed. Bye.
Yeah, right.
That's what happens. That's what Sony does best.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I agree with Derek. Just stop. Stop.
I don't think they should sell the rights to Spider-Man. And I'll tell you why.
Should they make
the Into the Spider-Verse universe is fantastic.
Yeah.
If Sony Animation keeps making not even those movies, if they made a Madam Web animated movie, whoever's making those fucking Spider-Verse movies, it could be fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like the animated stuff they're doing.
They could do an animated version of the actual Spider-Verse story.
Yeah.
Like, that would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
they don't like doing good
they don't
things.
Like
no.
Well, they're trying to compete with all this other shit that's out there.
So they really are. They're holding on to it. We're going to make a good movie yet, they say.
And they lie to us.
We'll wait.
We'll see how Craven does. Magical tiger powers. Tiger blood.
Tiger blood.
Like Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen should play
fucking
Craven.
Wizard. Yeah.
Yeah, total freaking rock star from Mars. See how I trailed off into a much better idea right there?
Winning. Categories?
Oh, yes, please.
Derek, favorite scenes?
I liked the escape scene at the end. Cassie using her abilities to steer the girls to safety. And I liked the train scene. I like a good. I like a good train car stalking scene where like someone's in one car and they're looking for someone and they have to move. And I like that there was no post-credit scene. Like, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pete.
End it. Just end it. Don't give me more.
I need the movie.
On a high note.
Yeah.
Credits.
Don't try.
Brian?
I don't have one.
That many?
I guess whenever Sydney Sweeney's on screen, at least she was good to look at.
She is.
She didn't even show her boobs this one.
She didn't, well, they didn't make her show her boobs.
Yeah.
No. She just kept the shirt on the entire
Yeah,
time.
because they didn't make her take her shirt off.
Yeah.
I'm
She doesn't
shocked.
just do it.
Maybe if they had, this movie would have made money. I don't know. Follow suit with the rest of her
They covered
work.
her up a bit.
Yeah.
I thought all the ladies were nice, nice looking ladies.
Agreed.
My favorite scene. Is it Cassie teaching the girls CPR and the audience CPR?
Yes.
That one's going to stick with me for a long time.
As well as entertains.
But it's wrong. It's not.
No, you just keep pumping the
mean
chest
instead
until
of-
something good happens.
They're teaching you wrong.
Staying alive.
She wasn't going to Staying Alive.
Yeah. Yep.
Interlock the hands.
No, she's going to Stone Cold Crazy by Queen. That's way too fast.
Yeah, but not once does she mention the xiphoid process that always makes me nervous about
Yeah.
giving
That's 'cause,
someone.
she's doing it wrong.
She did
She
it
was
all
doing
wrong.
it right.
Yeah, all right.
And you know what? The
that?
10 people that saw this movie in the theater, they're going to do CPR.
Yeah. And all those 10 people that they're working on are going to be dead. They're going to end up with like cracked ribs.
Right.
Yeah.
A broken xiphoid process.
If you're not cracking ribs, you're not doing it right, Brian.
Exactly.
You got to push that shit 2 inches down. That's going to crack something.
No, you can crack a rib. A rib can be replaced. Death cannot.
Yeah.
Okay. We learned this.
Yeah.
Favorite scene.
Hold on 1 second, because I got a real
sorry.
scene.
I thought you were pointing to
No,
me.
I got a real good scene.
Here we go.
And it was one of the scenes that made me really think, which this movie did not do at any point. Cassie seeing the helicopter in her vision, so she calls the people to bring the helicopter, right?
Yeah.
If that's the case, then she would have saw herself saving the girls every time instead of seeing them die every time.
Look at that.
Wow.
Mind.
She would have then known how to save them every time because she would have saw how it was supposed to happen.
Right.
Because she calls the helicopter.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, there's supposed to be a helicopter. Hey, helicopter, can you come here? And the helicopter shows up, which means she always could have done that.
Right.
Yeah.
She should have never seen them die. She should have only saw herself saving
true.
them.
That is true.
That's a fucking head scratcher.
It sure is. You found a flaw in Madam Web.
You should have wrote this movie.
I know.
Should have.
I don't know.
Right?
I think they did a pretty good job. It was one of the scenes I was like, looked up and I was like, oh, she just called for the helicopter to show up. Interesting. She's making the future happen.
Stop making our
Aren't we all?
film better,
Aren't we
Tito.
Aren't we all making
all.
the future happen?
So,
Telling
so
you.
we're all like
Sony
visionaries.
is not.
We're all
We're all
Seers.
masters of our destiny.
Yeah, we're doing a great
Kings of our
job so
castle.
far. Yes.
I'm sorry, Mark.
No, that's
Favorite
fine.
scene.
Carpe diem.
Kings of our
Carpe diem.
Prima natra.
Seize the DM.
Smell like crap ADM.
Crappe diem. Seize the shit. Which
Shit the seas? Shit the seas, I
shit
think.
to seize, right?
Shit the seas.
Seize
Crappe
the
diem.
day. Crappe diem.
Yeah.
Shit the sea. That
Shit
doesn't
the
work.
diem.
Yeah.
DM means day, so that means like crap every day.
Oh, well, then we're doing that.
We're doing
for sure.
fine.
It's
then.
crap day.
Maybe
We're
even
doing
more
fine.
than one. Maybe more than once.
Yeah.
You know, depending on the day.
It's fitting how much poo talk is appropriate for this movie.
Isn't it?
I'm gonna say.
As much as it takes.
Mark.
Yeah.
Despite all that, do you have a favorite scene?
I do. You know what I actually liked, even though they serve no purpose? I like the spider people that come down from the trees and they're
Oh,
all.
yeah.
Oh, those are
And
weird.
in
Oh.
another movie, they would have been
Spiders.
cool.
Right.
I would like to have seen these spider men
Right.
in another movie. You know,
Oh,
not maybe a spider,
interesting.
but you
Wink,
know,
wink.
like Attack of the Spider Men or
Right.
something like that. They were very cool looking.
Well, that
'Cause
was
I don't
easy.
remember.
Derek, what doesn't work for you?
Good actors, not acting good. Everyone in this film is terrible. Mike Epps is the only one who actually does a good, believable acting job in this, and it's fucking Mike Epps. And what do? Kill the guy. Also, his death does not work for me. If he was going to die in a collision, then that dump truck should have done way more damage to the ambulance. And Dakota Johnson is too young. It should have been a middle-aged actress, I think.
Somebody a little bit older. Yeah.
Oh,
Julianne Moore.
right.
would've worked.
Would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Julianne
Love
Moore.
it.
Wasn't even trying.
Her mom, pre-plastic surgery,
Oh.
Melanie Griffith.
Oh yeah, before
The
opened the
special
Ark of the
effects for the abilities are pretty dumb. Her glasses at the end Ezekiel as a bad guy and definitely his spider monkey costume.
You don't like the Macho Man glasses?
No, I don't.
You don't want to snap into it?
Macho Man.
They should have been like a little. It should have been one of those. You know those things they make you wear when you go on a tanning bed.
Oh yeah.
Like
the goggle
bridge
things.
with the
So, I mean, the ones
That's
in
what
the
it should've
animated
been.
series I really liked. They were just like perfect circles.
Yeah.
You know, just like spectacles or whatever.
Setting it in the past didn't work for me. All the Spider-Man references didn't work for me. You're trying to be sly with a wink and a nod, but it's not sly. You're stupid and it's overdone.
Wow, the
Canada
way you
Dry.
said that, I thought you were going to rap, and
I
that
know.
last part was going to rhyme.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought he was going to say Canada
You're
Dry.
trying to be sly with a
Canada-
wink and a nod.
But it's Canada Dry, and that's no lie.
And this movie's odd.
For three geeky dads, bye-bye.
It writes itself.
It does.
Yes. A rap
Cautionary
battle. A rap battle I would not win.
Dude, we are totally making this movie better.
Right. Look at.
So go to the bar, Brian, and hand me that gin.
Sony, stop making movies you can't win. That's right.
We could do this all night.
Just call me Biggie Smalls or Biggie Big or
Smally
Biggie
Big.
Smaller. Biggie slightly smaller. No. Sorry. Anything else?
Nothing. Just
All right.
Sony owns the rights.
Yeah.
Sony owns
and
the rights.
And they're going to hang on to
Sony
them no
owns
matter
the
what.
rights.
You know whose fault that is.
They've got the rights.
People die at the
Because they
fair.
own the rights.
You know,
the
one
fair.
good thing about Sony is they saved Marvel. So did 20th Century Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if they didn't sell off those rights, that fucking company
Right.
was going under.
Yeah.
But we can
So we
only
got to give them that. at
But then
least.
we would have been left with all the good stories because they don't really make a lot of good new stuff. Their story arcs, like nowadays, are just kind of
I'd probably read more DC stuff.
Yeah.
now. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so.
That's fair.
So maybe
That's fair.
they should have just let a dying dog die.
Oh, harsh.
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
Don't
I'm
say
not-
dog.
Stanley.
People like dogs.
It always fits.
Oh, you like ducks?
Eventually.
Yeah.
I like dogs.
I like
not
caravans
dogs.
better.
Your friend seems to be obsessed with superhero genitalia.
Why, it's Stan Lee, fresh from the grave.
What doesn't work for me? The villain sucks. A movie, especially a comic book movie, is only as good as its villain, and this one is as forgettable as the rest of the film was.
That's
Which is
good
sad
call.
because he's kind of a cool character in the
Is it?
comics.
I never even heard
But
of him
he's not a
before the
bad
comic,
guy.
So, I mean, yeah.
not a bad guy in the comic book.
No.
Yeah.
No, he's
Yeah.
kind of like a.
Just because Zangief
guy.
is bad guy doesn't mean Zangief is bad guy.
Guy, however, is.
Yeah, Guy.
Guy Lafleur.
Guy Lafleur.
You guys got paid?
Yeah.
This spider women is full of spider girls in their little spider suits.
See, that's a villain you needed.
That's Guy Lafleur.
Guy Lafleur, the Tingler.
I'm tingling myself.
Yeah. Right you are, Brian. Tito, what works and what doesn't for you? Yes!
Bear with me, gentlemen, just for a moment.
All right.
We always do. Right.
Why they let Matt Sazama and Burke Sharpless write another movie doesn't work for me.
What did they write before?
Mobius.
Mobius.
And,
they did
and other
Mobius
shit
too?
too. I think like
And other shit.
I think they even are credited for writing some other just bad stuff.
Yeah,
I
I'll
can't
never
remember
see
what it was.
No.
Or maybe I have seen it and it sucked.
Or maybe you saw and you loved it.
That's also possible.
Yeah, there's a chance.
You know what? It doesn't work, but it kind of works. I thought this was hilarious when the main character up in the middle of the movie just up and fucking flies off to South America for a week. She's like, I gotta go. It's gonna take me a week. I'll be back in a week. Like, you can't leave those kids alone for a week.
Yeah.
That's true.
Someone's trying to kill them.
Stuck
Yeah.
camping.
Hey Ben, keep an eye on these kids for me. I'm going for the week. Heavy-handed web metaphors do not work for me.
No.
Oh yes.
Shattered glass, the shield that looks like a web, the grate outside the window when Peter is born. Lots of spider fucking metaphors, and I just despise it.
Yeah.
We get it already. We get it.
Too much, heavy-handed. And last but not least, I hate when any movie does this, when they change something to another language to make it sound cooler, like Las Arañas, which is Spanish for the spiders.
Yeah.
I don't love it.
Yeah. You don't need it.
I don't need it.
Stop
I hate
trying
it.
to. I don't need it. Sound smart.
It's like in Man on Fire when they keep referring to the Brotherhood as La Hermandad. That's Spanish for brotherhood.
Cinematic appropriation.
The Brotherhood called Brotherhood.
Yeah.
It's like chai tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the chai tea. Of
It's
fucking-
like Venoms.
It's
yeah.
like saying TT.
Yeah,
It's like
tight.
Manos.
Like Manos.
Manos.
Manos, the hands of fate.
Yeah.
Hands, the hands of fate.
Yeah.
I despise it.
Yeah. I don't
Attack
like it
of the eye creatures.
Bingo.
Bingo, which is Spanish. Oh, no. Never mind.
And Bingo was his name-o.
Okay.
Nemo is Spanish for name, Derek.
For me.
¿Qué es su name?
That's funny.
They do.
¿Cómo tú te llamas?
That's good.
That's I like that one.
¿Y tu mamá también?
I can't.
That's a good movie.
What a movie.
Yeah.
Vicky Cristina Barcelona?
You don't hear it that often, ever. I think on a podcast.
No,
ever.
We should do that movie.
What? Thank you, Christina.
We should do a Merchant
Cristina
Ivory
Barcelona.
series.
Oh, God.
Should we? No. Let's think about that for a minute. If I'm not
Worst
getting my
things have
happening, we're
happened.
not getting that.
We can sprinkle happening in there somewhere.
We could. Let's sprinkle some happening.
Nobody will know the
Sprinkle
difference.
it in like a little MSG. Just sprinkle some happening. Add a dash of the happening on your podcast.
What? Anthony Hopkins? No.
Are you eyeing my lemon drink? How come we're not doing that movie? We could have so much fun with that movie. Lemon drink, guys. Lemon drink. Remember the old lady? She's bashing her head in the windows. No? Oh, God.
It was the trees.
It was the trees.
It was the trees.
All
It
along.
was the giving trees revenge. Oh, I'll give you something, little boy. Here, kill yourself.
Goddamn Shel Silverstein.
Damn you, Shel Silverstein. Okay, where were we?
What doesn't
Does anything?
So
no,
what works for me?
No, what doesn't?
Oh, what doesn't work
yeah,
for me?
doesn't.
Yeah, you start with that.
What doesn't work for me? Superheroes not in costume for pretty much the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can get past all the rest if we're seeing awesome-looking costumes. And I like the costumes for the 2 seconds I saw them. I thought they were fine.
They were pretty
fine. I thought they were fine enough. Fine even.
Yeah.
And I would have probably had let a lot of that other stuff go if we were seeing superheroes doing superhero stuff.
Nice.
I have mentioned this before in other things, which I'm not going to talk about tonight because I'm speaking of beating dead horses.
I think I might know someone.
Exactly. Yeah, the Breakfast Club.
Similar.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
So, right.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Right
kidding.
in my closet.
But that's what I want to see. I want to see the superheroes
Barry
doing it.
Manilow,
as
know you're raiding his
bad
wardrobe.
as like some people thought the Phantom was. I like the Shadow. Even Steel, as bad as Steel is, and my God, at least Steel's trying to be Steel in this movie.
He's wearing a costume.
He's wearing a costume.
Because he's made by a
not
fan.
Good
He's a fan.
costume, right? But
He's a
it's a
fan.
costume. So there it is.
Yeah.
Well, there it is.
There it isn't.
There it isn't.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tito. That's right.
I didn't mind the costumes.
No.
I like the costume.
I could have used a little more
I could have
costume, for
used,
sure.
yeah, say through the whole
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
So
they are.
fucking hazy
Watching
when you
him
do see
doing-
them.
Yeah,
I
'cause
just-
it's through that dream sequence slash
That's it. That's it. It's a little glimpse,
flashback.
which I know is like kind of asking a lot for a superhero movie,
Right.
To have superheroes doing
It is.
superheroics.
Ain't nobody got time.
I'm
for
old-fashioned.
Nobody got time for that?
No.
Okay.
that. The cape is too damn long.
Not up in here.
No capes, darling.
What's next? What do we got?
Does anything work for you, Derek?
I wrote this 4 weeks ago, so I'm not sure if I still feel this way, but the general concept works for me. I don't mind the Madam Web character. I don't mind her having three kind of foster Cassie's angels.
Oh, cool.
Cassie's Angels. Wow.
There are a lot of spider people in the comics, a lot. So working them in and bringing them to the screen is difficult. So I don't mind this idea and the way that they kind of originally set it up. But use a different villain and better writers for better dialogue. Because, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Better foster father. Peter Parker, Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You think
Because the money.
Peter Parker
Money.
fucked up more people?
You
You think Peter Parker screwed up more people than Batman?
No.
No.
Not at all.
Better foster father.
But he's
Spider-Man
But
or
he doesn't
Batman?
have much money. It's a small,
He doesn't-
small
It doesn't
apartment
matter.
in
Money can't buy happiness.
Brooklyn or something. I want to be a Wayne.
You want to be a Wayne?
You wanna
should
be a
so
Wayne?
fucked up.
Fuck
Derek.
my head up.
He
I don't
wants
care.
he
Go
wants
ahead.
that material. I will say though, he's in the new Batman and Robin run that's happening now. Batman and Damian. He's proving to be a very good father. Might be too
okay.
little, too late, but
You know
they
why?
are showing it can happen.
You know why?
Because he practiced on all those other kids.
That's right.
Well, that's yes.
I got it right.
That's true.
15th time
That's
is
true.
the charm.
I was gonna say because he's so such good friends with Clark, and Clark is a good father to
That's
to
true.
John.
Yeah.
Clark's just a good man.
Clark's a good man.
He is.
Not that Bruce isn't, but he's not. You know.
Well, Bruce is a good
Clark
man.
Goodman.
He just has a different parenting style.
Yeah.
Might not be the best.
Yeah.
But he ain't putting any babies in microwaves, so let's give him a little bit of credit here.
Fair.
The microwave wasn't on.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know. He doesn't need an my Alfred's his microwave. Alfred cooks everything. If he had a microwave,
sir. It's supposed to be cold.
It's baby, sir. It's supposed to be burnt.
Does anything else work for you, Derek?
No, that's it.
All right, so me, does anything work for me? I put no. No one seems to be putting any effort into any of the characters to make them interesting. The story is all over the place. It makes no sense. The action scenes, when there are any, are nothing that we haven't already seen from better Spider-Man films. It's true.
This is not only.
I was underwhelmed.
Yeah. Can you ever just be whelmed?
Yes.
Yes. You can
But
be
not
whelmed.
from this movie.
No.
Yes.
I think this movie
Surely not.
whelmed me.
Yes.
Yeah?
It just
One-
whelmed you?
You know,
I was like,
one time I was couth instead of uncouth. It was weird. I felt strange for a while.
Yeah,
But-
pills for that.
You know what works for me? That
Derek
Pepsi
makes an
sign.
excellent
Oh, the
martini.
Pepsi sign.
That Pepsi sign?
Love the
yeah,
Pepsi
it does.
sign.
Like Pepsi.
That was very cool.
Yeah, nice to see
Love a
Pepsi.
good Pepsi sign.
Yeah.
You know what? I like some of the songs. I like Toxic. I like I Think We're Alone Now. I like Bitch by Meredith Brooks. And I like Dreams by the Cranberries.
I do like all those songs,
liked all those
especially
songs.
Bitch. I like Beach. I like that song.
Beach? I thought it was a
Beach,
fun
Meredith Brooks. Remember that video? Oh,
Yeah.
so cute.
one. Yeah.
Yep.
Cute little
Playing the
guitar.
guitar?
I'm a child. I'm your mother.
Yeah.
I'm a sinner. I'm a saint. I do not feel ashamed.
Great song.
That is a great
right?
song.
It was in this movie.
Yeah.
You know what I do like? So I this
Can
is
I
one of
add
those-
that to mine? What does work for me?
Of
Yeah.
course you
I
can.
just did.
Absolutely.
Go ahead. Keep going.
And this is along the lines of, you know, the characters not getting their suits.
Yeah.
Cassie not really understanding her power till the end. Because the idea of her being able to create multiple timelines at once when she saves all three of them, I think is a really fucking cool power.
It is.
I could have seen that more in this movie, even if she didn't have a suit. I would have liked more if she could have figured out her powers.
That's
a little
true.
bit sooner. Maybe not take the week off to go to South America.
Maybe. Kind of ditch the long scene with them dancing on a table at a
Yeah.
diner
Right.
for no
yeah.
reason.
Wait,
I was
why?
like, oh, she's controlling time right now.
Don't ditch that
What a
scene.
fucking
I'm
great
ditching
power.
that scene.
I didn't mind.
Sydney
It
It was just like, come on, do something better.
was odd. It was definitely odd.
Yeah.
It was an odd scene. It was a weird scene.
Definitely
Let's-
stuck out to me as
Yeah.
being strange.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
You're
power.
not dancing now. A lot of weird shit is happening to you, ladies. You're not gonna. No one's gonna be in the mood to dance on a
Yeah, a
table.
lot of weird shit's happening all over this
That's
movie.
right.
But that power, I think, is fucking awesome. So if they could have expanded on that, or if there's another hero out there, make another movie and then make that a power, because I would like to see it.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty dope.
Get cracking. You know, and I'm gonna be in the minority of this. I actually did like the girls. I liked the cast. I thought in a better movie, in a
I like the
well-written
girls, too.
movie, I thought they would have been great. I thought all of them were fun. I thought the acting was great. Well, not great. I thought it was good. I thought it was good enough. It was fine.
There you go.
There you go. It's good enough acting, and in a good story, it could have been even better. But like Brian said, this is a very underwhelming story, and they just didn't have a lot to do. So, you know, I just don't think they could carry a movie because they were given nothing to work with. But themselves as actors, I thought all of them were fine. They were good.
Yeah, I like the casting.
Yeah. And had I had seen them in suits fighting evildoers, I'm sure it would have been a better film.
Agreed.
There you go.
Quotes?
Eventually, you're going to have some superheroes in your superhero movie?
I knew they wouldn't either. I knew because it was spoiled for me. You're not going to see any superhero action. Why am I doing this then? And I do like the songs you mentioned too. I forgot that. Yeah.
I was like, oh, fun song.
Yeah. Derek.
Which one are we on now?
I don't know. Quotes.
quotes?
I don't have any.
Thanks, Hot Legs.
No.
Honestly, the quotes are terrible. If you go on IMDb and
I
look
was
at the
thinking the
quotes,
same thing, Derek.
it honestly looks like someone went on and put fake quotes because there's so much. There's so much alluding to the other movies.
Thank you.
You know how much I sacrificed? I'm somewhat of a scientist myself.
Dude, you're taking mine. You're
I'm
taking
sorry,
mine.
Uncle Santiago. I'm just Cassie Webb. I'm Madam Webb no more. Like, fucking shut it. Godspeed, Spider-Woman.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Would you take on the responsibility? Great power will come.
Oh.
Like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but they all look fake, and they're all actual quotes from this movie.
Yeah.
Which just
They're all
is bad.
callbacks to better
Yeah.
Spider-Man movies.
Right.
And
Stop
that's what I
reminding
hate.
us of what we
And
wish we
it's-
were watching.
And I'm going to piggyback on yours because I put none. As far as favorite quotes go, there were no memorable lines other than the ones that they called back to better Spider-Man movies, which felt forced and not clever, and just made me want to watch the Sam Raimi movie all over again.
Right.
Like
Oh,
you
I
said,
thought
like
about that too.
yeah, it's true. I mean, if you're going to use those lines, I'm just going to watch the better movie that they came from.
Yeah, stop
Because that was
reminding us
stupid.
there are better movies out there.
Seriously.
Right.
Remind.
Yeah.
Remind.
Yeah, can I help you with that, Spider? You know, I'm something of a scientist myself. Fuck you. Fuck you. Gee. And then later on when he's singing, do you know how much I sacrificed?
Right.
I'm like, that's another line from, it's all done better by Willem Dafoe.
That's right.
Fuck you.
That's right.
Fuck you, lazy fucks, for writing this fucking fuck of a fucking movie.
Woo! Woo!
Yeah.
Mic drop!
There were no good lines in this
Just
movie.
give it time.
Tito, did you have any?
I'll be back.
Do you beg to differ?
No.
Listen, I'll be back. No, there's no good lines in this movie. My favorite line, am I on the right train? I don't know, man. I thought that was pretty good.
Really captured the
'cause
essence.
the guy wasn't sure if he was on the right train or not. And I hate this so much that I love it. When you take on the responsibility, great power will come.
That was stupid.
I hated it so much that I loved it.
It's even a worse twist than they had when they did the Andrew Garfield. Was it Andrew Garfield when they twisted Uncle Ben's words to fit?
Oh, Martin Sheen doesn't say it.
Martin Sheen doesn't
Yeah,
say
he
it
doesn't
exactly
say it
right.
exactly. Right.
And I'm like, why? Why not?
Right.
Yeah.
Why not? You're Uncle Ben. Say the fucking line. It's what you're known for. Say the fucking line. And he's,
I agree.
No, you have a responsibility.
You're gonna be okay. Say the goddamn words. I'm Uncle Ben.
I'm fucking dying.
Peter.
Fucking dying.
Are you a doctor? Okay. You admit you don't know what you're talking about. Okay.
Max, did you have quotes?
Well, here are some quotes. Yeah, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Yeah, that's a great quote.
Just like the superheroes in this movie. They don't exist.
Here's looking at you, kid. That is one big pile of shit. You ever dance with the devil by the pale moon night? Let's see. What else? What else do I've got? How's this motherfucker wake up after thousands of years crawling out of ice? These are quotes that have nothing to do with this movie.
No, I am your father.
There you go.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's your kids, Marty. Something's got to be done with the kids.
What are they, assholes or something? Yeah. So there are some quotes I liked.
There you go.
Yeah. Not from this movie.
Not from this movie.
I had nothing. I'm sorry.
Derek, too long, too short. What's missing? What don't we need?
It's missing Spider-Man
Yeah.
and entertainment. That's what we need.
Fair.
Entertainment. Yeah.
I put, it was too long.
Yeah, I got too long for a movie about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
What we need is heroes heroing. That's.
It wasn't too long for me. It was just there, and then it left. It was like a fart. And there it was, and there it went, and it left a bad smell.
Like the guest that stays too long.
It's a linger. It was a linger. Did you have to let it linger? Did you have to let it linger? Oh, Madam Web. What else? What else were we talking about? I kind of
Peter Cushing or Christopher Lee?
Neither. But Una as Madam Web would have been bomb. Like.
No, you want
Girls!
Mrs. Garrett.
Mrs. Garrett. That's another story.
All right, Mrs. Garrett.
Dude,
yes.
we got to fax a
Una?
light cast.
No way.
No.
She's awful.
Una.
The
Una.
screaming lady?
Una.
Screaming
She's
lady.
the worst.
Nope. She's the best. I want to see her as Madam Web.
I forgot about this category, so I have nothing for this one.
I put for me, I put Christopher Lee would have made a much better villain, even if he was just playing himself.
Yes.
Yeah. Christopher Lee is Ezekiel Sims.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same.
All right, I'll throw and
No,
I'm
I'm something of a scientist myself.
You think Christopher Lee should have been somebody else?
Yeah.
He should have been
I
whatever.
have someone in
character
mind.
Played.
I have someone in mind.
For what?
But I'm gonna bring it up back.
Oh,
in the-
okay.
yeah.
Okay, we'll come
Callbacks.
back.
All right. Oh, would this make Mark's rotation?
Well, yeah, I think in a few years, I guess, right?
100%. You guys are all going to be like The Room Part 2 on this shit.
Yeah.
For real.
No, because by then the Room Part 2 will be happening.
Yeah, and this will still probably
It'll be
better
than the Room Part 2. Do you think this movie is better than The Room?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather see this again than The Room.
Than The Room, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
I would. I don't like that movie.
I know you don't. Yeah.
Not even a little bit.
You just like the experience of watching it.
No, I just like you guys.
Yeah, that's true.
That's sweet.
Yeah, thank you.
We like
yeah.
you too, Tino.
Yeah, I like you guys.
Yeah.
So
You're okay.
I like you guys liking it. I don't want to like it, but I like you guys liking it.
Exactly.
I had a good time when we went to go see it.
you.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Good for you.
That's not a movie. It's an experience.
good
It's
for
not a movie you
you.
sit and you watch. You watch it with people, and you have a moment. You have a shared.
And this is
moment.
something like that, I think.
This is what, Madam Web's
And
gonna
maybe
be.
Madam Web will be like.
I agree with Tito. I think you're going to like this movie someday.
Yeah, so do I.
Like, oh, let's watch that.
How about you, Brian?
Would this make Mark's rotation? I put no. There are much better movies that Mark would rather have on in the background while drawing.
I'm going to say Brian is correct. As of now, this does not make my rotation by any stretch of the imagination. I apologize, guys.
No, it's okay.
I'm sorry.
I won the car.
Yeah. You got a sticker.
We're going to revisit this.
Okay, 10 years.
10
Changed
years,
my mind.
At least.
Put it in the time capsule.
Hey,
I'm gonna
Derek,
put it right here
Hey,
on the
you know what?
refrigerator.
whatever happened to?
Jill Hennessy. Crossing Jordan was what I knew her from. She hasn't done much since. She's
What
been
was
on.
she in this movie?
She was the girlfriend.
Oh my God!
that
Do
he
you know
ends
what
up
she's
killing.
credited as? I'll tell you what. And she's my "What are you doing in this movie?" So let me spoil that.
All right.
Well, that's
okay.
Oh, that's right.
I got to look now. Jill Hennessy.
Jill Hennessy is Claire
Law and Order.
Kincaid from Law and Order. And
Right.
she's
She's
awesome.
one of the
And then she went to
68s.
Crossing Jordan.
She's just listed as beautiful
yes,
woman.
just
Right.
beautiful.
Who did she
woman.
play then?
They're
She's
not
the one that
wrong.
he sleeps with, and then he kills. He poisons her.
name.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go to
Jesus.
like the
Yeah.
opera.
We watched this like 2 months ago.
I know.
Did we not?
She
is a
wasn't
beautiful
given a name.
woman.
She
She's
is
been
a
on-
very beautiful woman. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you this:
Her
she
headshot's
deserves
good.
a name.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, whatever happened to her though?
That's
I mean,
like
'cause
Ed Wood casting right there.
Her mommy
Beautiful
gave her a
woman.
name, Jill Hennessy.
She's been on some
Mommy
TV shows
gave
that I don't
me a
watch.
name,
Law and Order,
and
Exit
she
Wounds,
walked
Wild
away.
Hogs.
Madam Secretary,
Yeah.
Crawford City on a Hill.
RoboCop 3 people. Jill
okay.
Hennessy's in
All right.
RoboCop
Oh,
3.
yes.
Oh, she's
She
on
is.
Yellowstone.
Is she in
Yeah.
part two? She's not the same character in part two, the doctor?
Is she in part 2?
Right, she
I
plays
don't
the-
remember.
The doctor, because his partner, I forget the actress. Who
I
plays
only
his
thought it was
partner,
3.
She
I don't know.
dies in that one.
Maybe. You
But
got
maybe it's also a tall brunette woman.
Yeah.
Whatever happened.
Hi,
to
Derek.
Whatever happened to?
Whatever happened to Sony?
That's
Why
a good
can't they get a decent superhero movie off the ground without Kevin Feige's help?
one. That is a good point. Very good.
Because they keep hiring these weirdo guys to write their fucking movies. I forget their names, but I don't like them. Whatever happened to Spider-Man? Where is he?
Totally.
Yeah. Can we not
wonder
address
whatever
the
happened to
elephant in
that guy.
the room?
Yeah, I know, right?
In the room.
Whatever happened to that guy? I love him.
Right. He's a good
Everybody
guy.
loves Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Why is he not in his
I know.
Spider-Man movie?
Yeah.
I'd like movies with him.
I do too.
Yeah.
I can think of a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last week, for example, had a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It was an evil
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Last week had a bunch of Spider-Man.
That's right.
Oh my God, that's right.
So many more
he
Spider-Man.
multiple manned his way
Yeah.
around everything. Whatever happened to awesome superhero movies? Everything I feel like everything we have gotten lately have just been superhero movies that are either okay, god awful, or good enough. Well, I haven't been wowed by anything in a long time, and that's coming from any of them. I'm not talking a specific, Marvel or DC, whatever. You know,
It's been very hit and miss
will
lately.
Deadpool, Wolverine,
Yeah.
it will.
rekindle
I
that
hope
for me?
so.
You know it will.
I
You
think
know
it will. I hope it will.
I really hope that Deadpool
Yes.
hits the reset button on the MCU.
That he's Marvel Jesus. So
I hope it lives up
so.
to the trailer. You're right.
Right. So, and I hope James Gunn becomes DC Jesus. Let's hope so, because right now, even the good ones, I'm like, yeah, that's really good. What else is on?
Agreed.
It just doesn't leave the excitement that the earlier Marvel films have, or
Yeah.
Even Guardians 3, which is an excellent
Guardians
film,
3 is
Yeah.
awesome.
is the end of a trilogy. So
Yeah.
there's nothing left.
But I've watched
I
the
know.
first one a lot more.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Agreed.
Yeah, I like the first one.
Yeah, me too.
So I just want to know what happened.
Great film.
Yeah.
How does it stack up?
Bottom. Absolute bottom. Worst one they've made so far. Not sure if it's as bad as Spider-Man 3 yet, but it's definitely down there with it.
I think Spider-Man 3 might be better.
I might actually watch Spider-Man 3.
I would rather watch the emo dance number.
I think
Yeah.
I would too,
Yeah, I would
because
watch
at least you're
Spider-Man.
getting
Yeah.
Spider-Man, right?
Thomas
Yeah.
Hayden Church is really good in that.
He
He's
is.
awesome
He
in
is.
that.
That movie did still have some redeeming stuff. Where this one I can't really say much about.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I just put low, very, very low.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
well,
low can you go?
you don't bottom
Madam
of the
Web
barrel.
Craven low. There might be another bar. We can
It
set
might
a
get
little bit
lower.
lower.
That's right.
Let's wait and see.
What I like about Sony is that they keep outdoing themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Venom's
It's just
not
in the
very
wrong-
good.
yeah,
Venom 2 is even worse. Morbius is really bad.
Yeah.
And then you got this.
Yeah.
Right?
All of a sudden, Venom looks better.
Eventually,
all of a sudden, Venom
Well, I know a
looks
lot of people that like Venom, so
Their
but
producers
Venom
are
2
grading-
looks better.
Is that their strategy? They're like,
They're being
we've got
graded on
nowhere
a
to
bell
go but
curve.
up eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually, we've got nowhere to go but up.
It's a bell curve.
Yeah.
They're getting
We're
graded on a
striking
bell.
out, but one day that bat's gonna hit that ball.
That's true.
Yeah.
How do you?
It is low. It's just at the bottom. So it's just a boring movie.
Yeah.
Post-credit scene, Derek?
I didn't have them, which was a blessing. If they had to do one, maybe Madam Web surprising the girls with tickets to Peru, kind of foreshadowing. Well,
they get to go on vacation
foreshadowing
too.
their
Yeah.
Okay.
and foreshadowing their spider, the Spider Society playing a part in them getting the powers. That's all.
Madam Web, surprisingly, I could see all along.
Guys, I just spent a week in South America. You should really check it out. Let's go to South America.
Right.
Oh wait, you're all dead.
We'll get you guys spider powers. It'll be great.
I had none.
I don't want it. I don't need it.
No,
Gotta do it.
The movie was already long enough. I don't want anything else after the credits.
Want to be prudent?
Wouldn't be
Actually, a shot of
not gonna do it.
a shot of
Not
Brian
gonna do it.
yelling at the audience, "Fuck you! Fuck everybody who writes."
Fuck these fucking fucks.
That would have been cool.
Fucking thing.
That would have been an awesome.
I like it.
Yeah.
My post-credit is Craven appears and says, if you thought that was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Touche.
Yes. Yes.
That's my post-credit.
Mine is I stop the movie and put in 3 Devadam and chuckle.
There you go.
As I come to terms with the fact that even a bad Spider-Man is better than no Spider-Man.
Agreed.
True.
Is there a better ending, Derek?
There is. I would have crafted this better in general, not just the ending. But you own the Spider-Verse. Yeah, it's Spider-Verse.
It is worse.
Oh, it's like bratwurst, only with spiders.
It's a Freudian slip with the panties
It
to
is.
match.
It is. You own the Spider-Verse, and the animated Spider-Verse movies are awesome, but those are telling a pretty big Miles Morales story. So make the actual Spider-Verse in live action. Bring in Moreland, who I think Christopher Lee would be awesome.
Okay.
Although he's dead. So, but,
No, I'm
but that would have been mine. But bring in Moreland and the Inheritors. Put all the characters out there together. Then maybe do spin-offs or origin stories for the characters that fans respond to. You know?
You know whose fault that is, I think? The Guardians of the Galaxy.
Why?
Because nobody knew who the fuck they were. And those movies were
and they
so
had such
good.
success?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, we could do that. We could do
that with any obscure
Rabbit,
character.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
It can be done.
But they didn't do like solo movies. You know, they had a group
Right.
movie first.
Yeah,
it was an
for sure.
ensemble
Yeah.
movie.
Right.
For sure.
But yeah, I think that I don't like that they twisted what Sims is and made him a bad guy. There's lots of you own the rights to the Spider-Verse, so there's a plethora of good villains out there. Use a villain.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Bless you. God bless anybody that watches this
God
movie.
bless us, everyone.
God bless you all.
Better ending, Bri?
I've got probably, but if Sony can't be bothered to come up with one, I'm not putting any effort into writing one either.
That's right.
Attaboy.
Stick it to the man, the non-Spider-Man.
Fuck you, Sony fucks, and your fucking fuck.
Shit, son.
But I thought we were turning this into a family show.
Yeah, well,
Since when?
look what Madam Web did to us.
You know what? I actually think it's on par with like most superhero endings, where they just end and they're just like, "Oh, hey, superheroes in costumes," Da, 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 da. You know, and then the credits roll. So I mean, it's on par. Whatever this other idea was for a movie, I imagine was better. So there was probably a good ending in there.
Maybe.
Yeah.
This travel back in time shit, I thought would have been cool as fuck. I really like time travel shit.
I know you do. Yeah.
I really like so. Sims sees himself dying, but she was always going to kill him. So shouldn't he have seen her killing him? That doesn't make any sense.
Don't think too hard. You'll go cross.
No, that's what's so
Poorly
fun about
written.
this movie.
Yeah.
Right.
You have written poorly.
You got a better movie?
I was
movie
gonna
ending?
do this for my sequel, but I think I'm gonna have this for my ending instead. The Watcher shows up and says, "What if this movie didn't suck?" and shows us an actual Madam Web movie and an actual Spider-Man present universe.
Excellent.
Here's what you could have had. Now have this instead.
Oh, like the fucking Clue.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
3 different.
Right.
endings.
Or Wayne's World.
Yeah, right.
The Watcher
No,
comes
this is
out.
too happy.
That could have been the movie.
Scooby-Doo ending. And then Tia Carrera shows up in a bikini and
Yeah.
Super happy ending.
doesn't matter what
Yeah.
happens.
No, if Tia
everything's
Carrera
fine.
showed up in a bikini, everything would be great.
Yeah. If she showed up at the end of the movie with a guitar and her freaking bikini.
This could be a movie about the JFK assassination, but if Tia Carrere showed up in a bikini on that grassy knoll,
everybody would
shoot him! Shoot him, Tia! Yeah,
greatest
get
thing
him!
I've ever seen.
Blow his head off!
Ballroom blitz. Bum, 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 bum.
Love that. Love that.
Ballroom
Love that.
blitz.
Crucial Taunt. They
Crucial
rock.
Taunt. The shitty
You're right.
Beatles.
They wail.
Meatloaf.
If you like this movie, Derek, what might you also like?
Well, you'd like scratching a chalkboard, getting trapped in a room with a skunk, eating Buffalo Wild Wings, and then wiping your eyes. No, I'll just say you'll enjoy. If you enjoy this movie, you'll enjoy the rest of Sony's Spider Trash.
Spider trash. Spider trash. Does whatever a spider crash.
He stinks.
You're going to pick it up because you're the garbage man.
Garbage.
Garbage.
Garbage!
Garbage. I'm still saying garbage.
I put Spider-Man 1 and 2, even 3. I'd even rewatch the Andrew Garfield movies again before this one.
Ooh.
And I wasn't a fan of the Andrew Garfield ones.
Oh, you don't like snarky Peter Parker.
No, I didn't like him. I thought his
Young
attitude
man.
was all wrong.
I don't like your
I did
attitude.
like him in the when he came back for No
Way Home.
Yeah, thank you, No Way Home.
Oh, it was so
I
good.
really thought that was a great redemption for him, but in his own movies, he was too cocky. I didn't like him mouthing off to the cops.
Right.
He should be helping the cops, not taunting the cops.
Well, that's just bad writing. That's not Mr. Garfield's
No, I
fault.
get it, but it was the Andrew Garfield movie. I'm just trying to distinguish. I'm not
Gotcha.
saying.
Plus, his hair was so big.
Yeah.
Would it
just
really
jealous.
fit under
How
that
do you
mask?
fit that pompadour under that mask?
Hard to
It can be
say.
done. It's good.
It's a good head of hair.
Yeah.
It is a good
it's
head
a
of
good
hair.
head
I'm
of
jealous.
hair, handsome
Very
devil.
jealous.
We are jealous.
Fuck you,
He's a
Andrew.
handsome
All right.
devil.
Yeah.
Fuck you and your hair.
You,
Yeah.
fucking hair.
To hell with you and your
Hairy
hair.
fucking British fuck.
Spider-Man needs to be bald.
I always forget he's British.
Yeah, same here.
Sure
Bloody
is.
hell.
Hello.
Yeah.
Spidey.
Oi,
With great power comes great responsibility.
Talk. What you mean to be doing over here?
Need help painting the ceiling there, Uncle Ben?
That's you, Kobe. Out of your mind. Actually, it's British, right? So out of your bloody mind.
Bloomin'.
Blooming.
Oh, it's the bloomin' rhino again, eh?
When Australia there.
I like this Spider-Man.
There you go.
That's my Spider-Man.
What, Tito?
If you like this, you might also
Cockneys
like...
versus spiders. No, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
If you like this?
The Room, Batman and Robin, Man of the Hands of
There you
Fate,
go.
Showgirls.
Oh, showgirl.
Absolutely frightening.
Wow.
Yeah,
Showgirls.
it's gonna get there, guys.
Yeah.
Trust me.
It's going to be big again in 10 years, right?
It's going to be a cult following. It's like the
It's
Room.
coming.
and
I'm gonna
Birdemic.
call my shot. I'm gonna
All right.
proof this bitch.
I'll see you in 10 years.
Calling my shot.
Okay.
But that's it. What do you
All
got?
right. I got Sleeping, Staring at a Wall, other non-Spider-Man Sony movies like Morbius, the public service announcement, the Weather Channel, the warranty tag on a mattress, or Hellraiser 4 Bloodline because it has
Oh.
Adam Scott in it.
That's true. This one did too.
Oh, right, Adam Scott.
It was in Hellraiser
glad he
Bloodline.
was
And you
bad.
know what? Say what you want. That had Pinhead.
That's
As
right.
it promised.
Oh,
Yeah.
for
It's
sure.
a Pinhead
He was
movie.
there.
Yeah.
True that.
In
Yeah,
space.
Lust, all that shit.
It gave you what it delivered.
Time.
No, wait. It gave you what it promised. It delivered what it promised.
Sights to show you.
But it mattered what we don't.
Sorry, Tito. I didn't mean you in general.
You.
I mean
Oh.
everybody.
You.
Not,
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
not
you.
just me?
not just you.
Well, that kind of bums me.
Yeah,
Tito's
he
looking
felt
at me
special,
You
man.
thought he was exclusive.
I thought he had something for me.
Yep.
Zip.
Turns out, not the case. Award for what are you doing in this
There
movie?
really is an Irish curse.
You mentioned it earlier. Dreams by the Cranberries in the end credits.
Ooh.
Makes no goddamn sense.
Oh, it's so good.
And it's a great song. It doesn't.
It's so literal. It makes all the
She
sense in the world.
She was not alive to say no. I don't want my music used in this movie. So it's
about
not
the
fair.
rest
They
of the
shouldn't
band?
have.
Poor Dolores O'Riordan.
Yeah, but the rest of the band's probably
Because they're not
grateful.
doing anything anymore.
I
because
know.
their
They need love too.
bread and butter is
they
gone.
had to be
Yeah.
there too.
Yeah.
They had to be part
Listen.
of the band. She wasn't singing a cappella that whole time.
It's fucking wrong. It's just fucking wrong.
I don't know enough about the Cranberries.
I don't either.
It should have been Joan Osborne.
I know if you mix cranberry and lime.
No,
it's a
no,
good
she's
thing
the
to drink.
God girl. The God was one of us.
yeah. Oh, that's a good one too.
Typically, cranberries come in bunches, though, right?
They
Not
do.
just
Right.
one.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's why they call themselves the Cranberries.
Yeah, you can't just be
'Cause
the
they're multiple.
cranberry.
Wow.
Right. It's more than one.
Yeah.
But it's so literal.
Yeah, it is.
That's why
It
it's so
is.
perfect. It's
Right.
so
It is
literal.
so
Because they're
literal.
in a bog.
Right?
They're in a bog.
They're in a bog.
They're in a bog.
Bloody hell.
It's a cranberry bog.
Bloody hell.
Okay, we're all going out to Carver, eh?
We're going to cover mass with the ocean sprayers.
Cranberry juice.
Cranberry
What are you on your
juice?
fucking period?
British Spider-Man's back.
It's a natural diuretic.
It's a natural
That's right.
That's right.
You got a urinary tract infection, eh? Have your cranberry.
I've been there. Done that.
Ew. Ow.
Love cranberry juice.
I do love cranberry juice.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Tart.
Cranberry juice cocktail.
Tarty.
Tart.
Tart. It's very tart.
It's tart.
Tartar.
Even the word is tart.
Tartar.
Right? When you say
Let the
tart, it's
fools
tart.
have their tartar
It feels
sauce.
tart when you say tart.
Tart. You feel classy when you say tart. Hello.
It's because you're overpronouncing your R's.
Would you?
Unless
would
you're an
you
old
spare a
British
spread of
prostitute.
tart, please?
Unless you're an old British prostitute.
Oh, now then you say
Oh,
tart.
what
all
a
them,
tart.
all them tots down there on the street
tart
there.
with your half and halves. I don't know. I'm not a British hooker. I don't know. I don't know what they're calling it these days. I don't know what the prostitutes say these days.
Oh,
Tallywhacker.
Tallywhacker.
Ring bell for bedroom
need
fun.
your John Thomas spread with some tart.
Got spots on his John Thomas, he does.
I'm going Australian again, man.
Spotted dick.
I sound like what's his name from the Simpsons, the Prime Minister. Hey, Andy! That's a bloody outrage, it is. It's terrible. Who the hell are we on? What's happening?
What are we doing? Yeah.
Brian, what are you doing in this movie?
What are we doing in this movie?
So that's you now.
I actually put Emma Roberts and Adam Scott as Mary and Ben Parker.
Why?
They're in
Why?
there for 30 seconds.
That's true.
Two really good actors, and they're wasted. Totally wasted.
They had summer homes, like Michael Caine.
That's right. They had bills to pay, as everybody does, and I get it, but still.
You gotta work. They gotta work.
I mean,
Still.
she's got a coke habit, I'm sure. That she's
Who, Emma?
feeding. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, like, what the. I mean, I imagine there was some other talks of them being in other movies.
Maybe.
Right? So there's probably
Maybe
some-
this Adam Scott was like, I'm gonna get into this superhero gig. And it was like, oh, no, I'm not. And that's how Adam Scott talks from now on. I'm Adam Scott.
You want to punch me in the face right
You
now,
wanna punch
don't
me?
you?
I have a punchable face. I'm awesome. Adam Scott.
It's good. That's a good Adam Scott.
That's my Adam Scott from now on. There it is.
Oh, shit.
Jill Hennessy. I went Jill Hennessy because I was so shocked to see her. So, and she still looks great.
She does look great.
I'm going same. Jill Hennessy. Love Jill Hennessy.
All right.
Huge Claire Kincaid fan.
Yeah.
You guys can have your Jill Hennessy. I'm
Screw
still
Angie
sticking with
Harmon.
Emma Roberts.
I like me a good
Adam
Emma
Scott.
Roberts.
Yeah.
I like Emma Roberts.
I like Emma
She's a good
Roberts.
actress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Adam Scott's fine. He's the same in everything.
Fine. It's Adam Scott.
Scott.
I'm so awesome.
Adam Scott.
I'm gonna get
Why
this
when you
model.
say it, you remind me of Martin Short doing his
Jiminy Glick?
No,
With the fat guy.
That's
doing
what
his
that reminds me
Hepburn
of.
impression.
His what?
His Audrey, not Audrey Hepburn,
Catherine?
Catherine Hepburn impression. Audrey's Adam
Catherine.
Scott.
Adam Scott.
It's the shakiness in the voice.
Charlie, there's leeches on you. Fuck Betty Davis. Oh, now we're just getting mean.
Okay.
What did she ever do to you?
Betty
it's
Davis?
Catherine Hepburn.
Oh, what
I don't even know what she did.
She did a lot to Mark.
She is. Who, Betty Davis?
Yeah. No.
You weren't there, Derek. You weren't there.
They were one that night.
It was a Dennis Hopper Blue Velvet moment. Don't you fucking look at me.
MVP, Derek?
There really isn't anyone that deserves this title, but I'm going to give it to Sydney Sweeney. Because despite the fact that she was awful, mainly due to the she was mainly due to the dialogue, she didn't reveal her breasts once. So good for her. Not once. In fact, she hid their enormous,
An enormous, really an enormous.
the enormity of her breasts.
You talk about it like she's just controlling this world of Hollywood.
She is. That's all she ever does.
And she hid them.
In fact, she hid their enormousness.
Enormous.
Extremely well. Yes.
They hid.
They?
She. She's not one of those.
They?
Yes.
They hid.
They?
She.
She's
not one of those.
They?
Yes.
They hid.
They?
She's not one of those.
They?
Yes.
They hid.
They?
She's not one of those.
They?
Yes.
They hid.
They?
She.
I am enjoying this scene.
Get on with it.
She doesn't control what she wears or what she says.
There's a wardrobe department.
All right, well, whatever. She hid them, and they hid them well because they are very big, and they did not look that big.
That's true.
So you think they have a separate contract with the
I think it's a separate movie altogether, right there.
Two things no man ever said on a podcast. You said it earlier. Let's watch Christine Barcelona, and the next one, they're too big. I'm glad we didn't see them.
I know.
It's a shame because I would have really liked to have had my mind changed about her, but
he didn't.
I just can't take her seriously. So, but hey, good.
I think I liked it better when you hated Brie Larson.
Yeah. I like Brie Larson too.
This is your new Brie Larson.
This is your
we
new
got
Brie
your new
Larson.
Brie
You know what?
I don't
In
not
5
like
more
her.
seasons, he's going to
not
love
good.
Sydney Sweeney. He's going to hate somebody else.
Uno O'Connor.
It's true. There will always be.
You know what he's going to love in 5 more seasons. This is this fucking movie. All of you know. Maybe not Brian, but you guys for sure will love this movie.
Maybe not Brian.
He's got some
I know.
sense.
I
This side
have
of the table's got sense.
Oh, Brian will
of what
probably be
makes my
dead in 5
rotation,
seasons.
sir.
Oh, no.
Listen, I know what bad movies I'm going back to and which ones I don't, Tito. I've been doing this for years.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see on this one, Mark.
I might keep an eye on you.
Decades. I have like a spider sense of what riff movies are making my riff bank.
I'm keeping one eye on you and the other eye on
Keeping
this
one
movie.
eye open, gripping my pillow tight. Nice and light. Enter night.
Hello.
Take my hand. Never
got
watch it.
Brian, who's your MVP?
Again.
I don't have one.
You don't?
I really don't
There's
have one.
no
I've got a
valuable
blank.
people.
There's nobody in there.
I really try.
No.
I struggle.
Sydney
to come
Sweeney's
up,
breasts?
I'm going with Sydney
Yes.
Sweeney's.
No, you didn't see him though.
Non-existent breasts. Then
Yeah.
I know they're there. It's like Spider-Man.
I've seen them a
but
million
like Spider-Man,
times.
I couldn't see them.
They're always present, but they're never visible. What a metaphor!
I know they're in this universe.
Sydney Sweeney's on the screen. They're telling me that they're there, but they're not showing
Oh my
me.
gosh.
There you go. Now that's the metaphor
and
for
the
this
whole
movie.
time, Derek
Maybe
is
it's me who
watching
loves
this
this movie.
going, good. Don't show me those titties.
Keep them safe.
I got Disney's Marvel Cinematic Universe for MVP.
There you go.
Because everything that Sony does that's shit just helps Marvel
Yeah, it makes their stock go up a little bit
look
more.
better even when they release shit.
Yeah,
true.
You got MVP?
Yeah, I got Adam Scott. For showing up in the movie
It's Catherine Hepburn.
and reminding me that good movies exist out there, such as Hellraiser Bloodline, which he was in.
With a fake ponytail.
With a fake ponytail. And no accent.
And we
I'm
did
not
a year
even-
ago.
Yeah, that's right. We
We
did.
did a year ago.
part 4.
He was Jacques.
4th of last year.
He was Jacques, and he had no accent. We're like, Adam Scott, can you do a French accent for this character?
No.
No.
Well, then don't
it's
bother.
too late.
But I'm Adam Scott. You're gonna hire me for this.
Yes.
Look at this face. You're gonna want to see it ripped open by a demon.
Your first name is Jacques and your last name is
I'm
Strap. What do you want?
Just Jacques.
We have to do an Adam Scott movie every year now?
Oh, definitely.
Please.
Does
Can
he
we?
have
How
enough
many part
movies?
4s
He
has
might.
he been in?
I don't know.
That'll be a
Whatever
fun
Seth
challenge.
Rogen or that whole crew's up to, he shows up at one point in the
He
lot of
will.
them.
That's true.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Not like this movie.
I like Adam Scott too. I don't know why.
I know.
It's a good voice for him.
Friend of
I
the
do
show.
too.
Friend of the show.
Friend
Adam
of the show, Adam Scott.
Yeah, I like the way he
Let's
talks.
invite him on.
Yeah, that's his new thing.
I like it better than the actual way he talks.
Yeah.
Madam Web.
That's Madam Web.
That's Madam Web.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a crappy movie, but we had fun talking about
Sure
it.
did.
Huh?
What'd I tell
great.
you?
This was a funny episode. That's nothing to
That's
do
the
with
first
it.
step.
This is just the
That's the
beginning.
first step.
It is.
This is how it.
I had
gateway.
more fun
How it
recording
begins.
this one than I thought I would. I really did.
That's how it starts, guys.
That's
I'm telling
right.
you.
We had a lot to say. What's making our geek flag fly, gentlemen?
I haven't really watched anything new, but I did hear that Liam Neeson got cast. They're doing a remake of Naked Gun.
Oh, I did hear that rumor.
Why?
Is that for sure?
Yeah.
No.
Just the fact that Leslie Nielsen, Liam Neeson is fucking hysterical to me.
That's
Yeah.
that's great.
okay.
Yeah,
I wonder
that's
if
awesome.
they'll do a joke about it.
Yeah, I got a joke
That's
for them.
funny.
It's
Yeah.
leave this movie alone. No,
Acquitted.
Well, too late.
no.
Too late.
Are the Zucker brothers involved in this remake?
Oh,
I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
think they are.
I don't think so.
You got to have the
think they
right
are.
writers.
Yeah.
You can't
See this
just-
right here?
Yeah.
See this?
That's just dated.
And Tron 3.
Well, how else
Jeff-
do you do it?
I
Is there a
did
new
hear
way?
about that.
Jeff Bridges is
Oh,
in
the
it.
Zuckerberg. What,
he's
Naked
returning.
Gun?
No,
Dated?
the movies are good, but
No.
I feel like that kind of comedy doesn't translate to a modern audience.
I disagree, sir.
Slapstick kind of stuff.
We have Scary Movie that begs the difference. The Scary Movie.
Yeah, but even
those they haven't been good.
Yeah, that's true.
And when was the last time you saw a spoof movie like that?
That's true. I haven't.
Yeah,
you're right.
Because even
Just
like
let it go.
was it the epic movies and all those guys that
Disaster
did those,
movie, and date
not
movie,
another teen
and dance movie.
Yeah. Oh, not
those
another
movies
teen
are like,
movie was great.
all those movies are like 20 years old.
I know.
Too.
I forget how old those movies. They seem
and
newer
those-
to me.
Those were like pale imitations of the.
Doesn't matter. Don't need it.
Sucker
Don't
movies.
want it. Shove off.
Well, at least Tron 3 is coming.
Fine. Give me Tron 3. I don't care about that. That's good. Leave Naked Gun alone.
I heard Jeff Bridges is interested in returning. As
He's back.
Flynn.
Yep. They shown him with the script and behind
cool.
the scenes. And,
Yeah, he likes money.
He does.
Cameron Monahan.
Who doesn't?
Everybody likes money.
Was that the
Sure,
kid
we
in
all
part
do.
two?
Huh? No.
Sally Struthers.
I don't know if Garrett Hedlund's coming back. They didn't mention him, and they didn't mention Olivia Wilde. But
dude, she's the hottest I've ever seen her in that movie.
in that movie,
In
yes,
which one?
Absolutely. In
The
Tron,
second
Legacy.
Olivia Wilde.
Legacy,
She's
yeah.
so hot in that movie.
Yeah.
Why?
I know that Cameron Monahan, the kid that was the Joker on Gotham.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's got
like
a part
that
in
guy.
it.
From the Star Wars
Yep.
games.
Yes.
And what's his name? Jared Leto is Ares. He's a program.
Who wasn't
Oh,
that
in
great
the
a
movie,
Joker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Two Jokers. Two former Jokers.
Oh, I thought he was one of the best.
It's true.
That's
Did you
interesting.
really? You like that?
Yeah, it's all time.
Jared Leto?
Yeah, greatest of all time.
Oh, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, for
All
sure.
right.
You
Yep.
like his grills?
Out.
Absolutely. That was fantastic.
It was fantastic.
That's it for me.
Okay. For me, I've got. Last night I saw the Ministry of Ungentlemanly
Oh,
Warfare.
how was it?
Loved it.
Yeah?
It was fantastic.
Henry
I can't wait
Cavill,
to
right?
see this. Henry Cavill, Hitchison.
Alan.
Alan Richardson.
Richardson. Thank you.
nice.
Who is the
Reacher and
Reacher?
Hawk.
Yeah, and Hawk.
And Hawk. I was telling Mark and Tito before you got here, Derek, that Cavill, who played Superman, next to this guy, he is dwarfed.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
looks
I know,
so
he's huge.
small. Like Richardson is such a big
He's gigantic.
guy. But it's also got Rory Kinnear plays Churchill. Carrie Elwes plays M.
Nice.
And they have a guy that plays Ian Fleming because this is based on a true story.
Oh.
And the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare is supposedly what Ian Fleming based James Bond on.
Nice.
Specifically Cavill's character, which
There
they
you
explain
go,
at the end.
Derek. That's
Yeah,
cool.
it
Tailored
is
for you, man.
really
Right up
cool.
my alley.
Guy Ritchie, written, directed. It was fantastic. Great kills. I mean, nothing's better than killing Nazis. And,
Right.
And it was a lot like Inglourious
Inglourious
Bastards. Loved it. It was fantastic. Great kills, great dialogue. It was just a pure fun.
Awesome.
Pure fun. Can't wait to watch this one again.
Nice.
I'm watching, speaking of Guy Ritchie, I'm also watching the Gentleman series on Netflix.
Yep, it's good.
I'm up to episode 6 out of 8.
Oh, so you're almost done.
I'm almost done, and I'm loving it. I hope there's another season. This one's weird. Okay? Strap in.
Oh yeah. You told me you were.
I discovered this movie on Amazon Prime called Hundreds of Beavers.
I saw that in the
Starring
porn
Sydney
store.
Sweeney.
Oh, okay.
Sydney Sweeney. No, this is like a black and white Fleischer cartoon from the 30s come to life in live action.
Huh.
I saw the trailer and I fell in love with the trailer. I watched it a bunch of times. I ended up buying the movie. We're going to have to watch it. But it is a live action cartoon. It looks like it's all slapstick. It's about a guy in the 1800s. He's a cider maker.
Yeah.
Beavers destroy his still. He goes on a rampage against the beavers and he becomes like the world's greatest fur trapper.
Oh.
In the end, I haven't seen the whole thing yet. I've watched a little bit of it. The fucked up thing is, it's like basically a silent film. Everybody is just like grunting and making like, noises when shit happens. All the animals are played by men in mascot suits. So like all the beavers are like furries. Like they're in like
What in the hell?
Dude, you got to watch the
What in
trailer.
the Sam hell?
It is bizarre.
All
It is
right.
funny. I think you guys will like it.
All right.
I saw the
Hundreds of
trailer
beavers.
and I laughed my ass off. After we finish recording, I'm going to show this to you and see what you think. Maybe we'll do an episode on it in the future.
Okay.
Hundreds of beavers.
Hundreds of beavers.
Animal
I mean,
appreciation.
It is new.
It is new.
Yeah.
We did talk about new.
Tito's got it on his phone.
Yeah,
That's
We're gonna
right.
have
We're
photos.
staying current.
There's hundreds of beavers.
Oh, wow.
But see how they're all in suits?
that's
Right.
weird.
Men in costumes.
Yeah.
So like when he kills a raccoon and he goes to make like a raccoon soup because everything goes wrong for this guy. He ends up like basically naked in the frozen wilderness. So he kills a raccoon. He brings it to the furrier. They make a raccoon soup for him because it was made from a guy's like costume. Like the coonskin cap is like enormous because it's made out of the fucking head. It's just bizarre. It's funny. It's all slapstick. It's all, like I said, it's a Fleischer 1930s black and white cartoon come to life.
I think you sold me.
That's my geek flag.
Oh, I can't not
really
watch
great
it.
reviews.
Yeah. It got great reviews. There you go.
Okay.
There you go. Hundreds of beavers.
Hundreds of
But
beavers.
not a
Run
porn.
out
It's
and
not a
rip-
porn.
Not the vivid version. That's something completely different.
Despite what the
Wicked?
title would direct you to.
That was a company, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I don't
Wicked.
watch that stuff, Tito. I'm
Yeah.
a good boy.
That's
Wicked,
not
vivid.
true at all. We
Of
were
course
talking
it
about
is.
porn earlier.
No, sir, we were not.
Yeah, all your favorite companies. That's why I'm asking you to remind me what they were. But you don't want
Brazzers.
to.
Yeah,
It was Brazzers.
That's what I was trying to think of. Brazzers presents Hundreds of Beavers.
I don't know anything of what's being talked about right now. I wanna
Mark's
make that
mom.
clear.
Yeah, I'm making that all up. Mark's
Uh-huh.
mom.
Right,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah, Miss Macrina. That's I'm joking about all this.
Hi, Mom.
Seriously, we were absolutely not talking about this stuff earlier. I forgot your mom listens.
Meanwhile, my wife's listening like,
Hey, your mom
bullshit.
listens too.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Derek's
she
mom.
does.
No.
Yeah.
My mom.
Your mom.
No,
My mom
thinks
knows
it's the
that I
devil.
watch porn.
Yeah.
My mom
That's
thinks
all the
it's the
porn you want, Tito.
My mom hates you guys. She won't listen to this show.
She thinks this is the devil.
That's what Tito said.
I don't blame her. I hate us too. She thinks we're the devil.
She thinks things like this are the devil. Brian brought this up a few weeks ago. I finally saw this movie. I watched it twice over the weekend. I love it. Monkey Man.
Oh, you did like it. Good.
Dude, I think this movie's amazing.
Yeah.
I really do.
Were you a little disappointed, though, that he wasn't in the monkey mask as much as the trailer shows?
Oh, so I was disappointed
People
when
in costumes.
he shows up. When he shows up with the bleached version of it.
Yes.
And he instantly is not wearing it.
Yeah.
I think this movie has a lot of fucking heart.
It does.
It has a really good story.
It did.
I don't want to compare it to John Wick because it's not John Wick.
It's not, even though they kind of marketed it that way.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And he wears a suit at one point.
Yeah.
It's like this dude, if he can fight, but he's also from the streets, so he does a lot of fucked up shit when he fights. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And it has a lot to do with trauma.
Yeah.
And him processing trauma.
Yeah.
And what happened to him that makes him want to go after these guys.
Like I said a few weeks ago, it's very weighted in backstory.
Yeah.
And not so much in action.
Yeah.
I think they could have did a little bit more with the balancing act and weighted it a little more evenly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I do like the story. I do like his backstory. But I was more going to the movie for more action, the way they had marketed it. I think it was marketed a little
there's
weird.
not a ton. There's like one big action sequence in the middle. There's a bigger one at the end.
Yeah.
He does have multiple fights as Monkey Man.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was a really good story. And it had this like 90s vibe to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like he loses to the boss. He finds this guy, this person that trains him. There's a training montage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just thought it was like just fucking, it like broke my heart. Some parts broke my heart.
No,
I was like, wow,
it is.
it's kind of beautiful. Like I could see why Jordan Peele would see this movie and think like, oh, people need to see this movie.
Yeah. Mhm.
Let me
Because it's by
jump on this.
Dev Patel.
Dev
He
Patel.
wrote and directed it, and it
Oh,
was
really?
going to go
And he
directly
stars
to
in it.
video. But Jordan Peele saw it and said, "No, we got to release this." And so Jordan Peele, through his production company,
the Monkey
put it
Paw.
out in
And
the
is it
cinemas.
Charlton Cop? Is it Charlton Copley? Is that
Yes,
his name?
Charlton Copley.
Oh,
He
he's
plays
like-
like the guy that runs the fighting.
Yeah,
ring.
he's the
fucking
promoter.
hysterical.
Oh, he's great in everything.
He's so funny.
I forgot he was in it.
You know, there's the boss. He's got to fight, and it's literally like he's got to go to the top of a tower.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Second floor
it's
is
like
the
a video
boss.
game.
It's a video
Top
game.
level
It
is
is.
the main
gauntlet.
boss.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's got everything I love about
Yeah.
movies, and it's got a fucking ton of heart.
I had a feeling you would really dig it, Tito.
I watched it again.
Cool.
Like 2 days later, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's mine.
Awesome. All right, well, mine, very quickly. First of all, Monster Expo, the Halfway to Halloween show, was this past weekend. Had a great time. Met the legendary and awesome Bill Moseley. He was super cool.
Nice.
Got I made him a picture of Chop Top. He loved it. He signed a print for me.
Oh, sweet.
He was so cool, super grateful, really good to his fans. Can't say enough about him. The event, as always, was fantastic. We got to see some of our friends, of the show, Derek Rook, Dean Kaluzdian, and we all just the best. I say it all the time. Horror conventions are the best. There's
Yeah.
nothing like them. The fans were cool. The vendors are awesome. And the celebrities are great, too. So I just can't say enough. I can't wait for the one in July.
Yeah,
where they
that's
have
what
the
I'm looking
Fright
forward
Night
to.
reunion.
I'm
Yes.
sorry I wasn't able to make this one.
Not a problem, guys.
And
not a problem
pay
at
you
all.
a visit
It was
and
it was a good time. Had
Yeah.
my table was right next to Derek Rook and Steve Van
Oh,
Sampson
good.
of
Oh,
Rough
nice.
House. So we were just partying the whole time. It
Yeah,
was great.
yeah. I saw some of the pictures that you guys put up
Yeah,
on Facebook.
we had
It
a
looked
lot
like
of
you had
fun.
a lot of
It was
fun.
a great weekend.
Good.
Also, I'm not going to recommend it because no one's going to watch it, but I'm just going to tell you how much I love these movies. Maybe you will.
All right, what is it?
I saw the Italian versions of Alligator and Alligator 2.
You're right.
They
I
are
don't know if I
called
watched it.
Killer Crocodile and Killer Crocodile 2.
Uh-huh.
And it's basically what it is. It's a giant killer crocodile eating people in a swamp, but it's done the Italian horror style. So very gory,
Mm-hmm.
really badly funly dubbed, which is not a word. And the
Yeah.
gator itself
Well,
looks
that's
like
every Italian
that is
movie
every
is
Italian movie.
badly dubbed.
And the giant crocodile itself looks
Hmm.
like a Mardi Gras float that they just push along the water. It's got the Jaws ripoff music, but I'm going to tell you, it's hilarious and fun to watch with a group of people. And there's mobsters in this one, Tito.
Oh, wow.
You know how we joke
Interesting.
about part 2 has a mob in it. It's everything we
I
ever
would hope
talked
so
about.
if it takes
Yes.
place in Italy.
Nice.
Yeah, well, it
Italy.
doesn't. And I think it's supposed to take. Well, not
Wait a
really
minute.
sure.
Is it in Italian?
No, it's in English. It's dubbed in English, but it is an
Okay.
Italian film.
But you don't think it was filmed?
Yeah,
in
I didn't
Italy?
bother with the info because I didn't think anybody would race out to see this. But I'm going to tell you,
I'm definitely not going to.
Killer Crocodile.
Is it on Shudder?
Mobsters. It's on Screenbox and Prime.
gonna make me
Tubi.
shudder?
It's going to make you. Don't waste your time. See the second one because there's mobsters in it.
I like a good mobster
I
story.
think you would like the second one. But I found these by accident, and I was like, "Oh, Italian horror and crocodiles. What's not to love?" And I saw the preview, and it's the gator. It's just the most hysterical thing in the world. And they got a rip-off Quint guy in it, and he's standing on the gator trying to like pierce the skin, and he's floating on the gator, which isn't really moving. It's just kind of floating along. Like,
Awesome.
if you like riffing movies, this is a good one.
You slipped, fell, and landed on two
I
fucking
kind of wish he did.
alligator knockoffs. Okay.
I did.
That's how accidental it was.
I'll definitely
The
rip
DVD
it.
just hit you
my
in the head.
God.
You were walking down the street. What the hell is this? Oh, okay. I'm gonna take it home.
Oh, it's a giant crocodile. But I like them. I think they're great. They make my rotation, baby.
Excellent.
Sweet.
Yeah. Oh,
Good.
hysterical. And very quickly, I got to see Alien on the big screen for the first time last night. Dean Kaluzdi and I went to see Alien for the 45th anniversary. They were showing it, and
45 years ago.
it was.
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie on the big screen
And I told
before.
you,
me
when we
neither.
were leaving
Phenomenal.
the cinema.
And you were there at the cinema.
We were at the cinema,
really?
And we were leaving, and I'm behind this car, and I'm like, there's a black Nissan with a Batman sticker on the back. I'm like, I wonder if that's Mark McCrena. And it was...
Yeah.
Your license?
Yeah, tell everybody my license.
All right, I'll edit
Now
that out.
they're gonna run me over.
I'll edit that out.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't remember what his
That's
license
that
plate was.
asshole that hates Moon Knight. Get him, Ma!
Get me, Ma!
That's how everybody
Step on
talks.
the gas, me, Ma!
Get the gators.
That's that gator-loving son of a bitch. Get him.
Moon Knight!
You got a pretty mouth, gator boy.
He laughed at Hereditary.
Nothing but banjo music coming from their car. Step on the gas, me, Ma! Get him!
Well, until you find me in my car, and thanks to the now knowing what my license plate is and what the back of my Nissan
Nah, I'm
looks like.
editing that out.
I'm kidding, Brian. I don't care. You can find me and the rest of the dads on plenty of past episodes where we have just as many goofball antics as we did on tonight's show. And for that, Brian, where can they go?
They can go to www.3gdpodcast.com. That's www.3gdpodcast.com. And as Mark said, you'll be able to find all of our past episodes there. This is episode 249. We're coming up on our 250th episode in a week or so, gentlemen.
We're going to have to go live.
We
man. Aren't
might have to
going
go live. Well, we
soon?
talked about it. I don't know if we're going to do it next week or maybe
No.
we'll do it for the 300th. I don't know.
Right.
There's some prep that we haven't done.
275, 275 maybe.
289?
289.
253 maybe.
253.
Go live?
Let's just go.
$1.
Who was the closest without going over?
Sold.
As Mark said, you'll be able to find all of our past episodes there, along with one-click buttons where you can easily subscribe to us through the podcast platform of your choice. If you haven't already, please hit one of those buttons, and you will never miss an upcoming episode. If you could, please leave a 5-star rating and a review. It doesn't just help to feed Mark's ego, but it also makes a big difference in pushing our show a little further forward ahead of the rest of the podcasting pack. And most importantly, it makes it a lot easier for others to find us while they're searching for great content, such as ours. Our social media references are also linked to our website. We can be found at Facebook, Twitter, now X, Instagram, and our audio can be found on YouTube weekly as well. Our let me see what else. Our Ko-fi page. Our Ko-fi page is linked there as well. We have a Ko-fi page. If you would like, please make a donation to the show to help keep it going, because as we say, podcasting is not cheap. And I think that's pretty much it. So thank you, everybody out there, for listening. And back to you, Mark.
Thank you, Brian, and thank you, everyone out there. Tune in next week for another 4th in our series of 4. Until then, for 3 Geeky Dads, this is Mark.
I'm Derek.
I'm Brian.
I'm Tito.
Saying good night and keep watching the skies, because there's nothing on Madam Web worth watching.
Thwip.
Thwip. There's no thwipping. There's no thwipping.
That's just me behind the scenes with Sydney Sweeney.
I thought you didn't like her breasts. Make up your mind, man.
She's not attractive.
You just want her wholesome in a nun's outfit.
Not attractive.
She's not attractive.
Yeah, it's a double negative.
My God, man.
Double negative, you know.
Proof's positive.
Proof's in the pudding.
Proof's positive.
Proof's in
You
the
mean
pudding
there are
box.
pictures? Why would anybody want to kill you in public? I think she means he threatened in public to kill her.
Oh, yeah. For 3 Geeky Dads, bye-bye.
It writes itself.
It does.
Tito's World.
This is the song.
That never ends.
Tito song.
I think it's the Rough Riders.
Well, I think it's,
it's a bunch
is
of
it Method Man might be on that one
Right.
too, because he's in Together Now.
Yep.
And Redman, I think, is on that one. I remember liking that remix.
Yeah.
A lot.
And I remember it was around the same time that Cypress Hill did Rockstar and Rapstar.
Oh, yeah.
So you want to be a rock superstar?
2 versions of the
one?
same song. Yeah.
Live large, inch house.
5 cars.
You got a joke there, Sonny Jim?
I do.
Don't trust nobody.
Oh, actually, no, I don't. All I put was, guys, I was going to try and find a good Madam Web joke. I think the movie is the best joke of all.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, that works. All right.
That one.
Right.
Yeah, very meta.
Yeah.
Another homemade joke for the show.
I should have looked more today.
Let's see how this one goes.
This,
Party time.
Already better than
I wrote all these notes like 4 weeks ago. So.
All right.
I don't remember writing that.
I don't remember this movie, so you guys have.
Dude, I was the same way. I'm like trying to remember stuff.
So I have the ludicrous answers. You guys can have the serious answers.
No, I'm going to be with you. Mine is so negative because I don't remember
Played
shit.
Ice-T's stepson in Law & Order SVU. Fun fact.
I watched this movie 1.5 times because Kathy wanted to watch it, so I watched it with like one eye, like on the movie screen, and one eye on my computer.
With one eye open.
And I still don't remember a lot of what happened. It was
She
so
liked it?
forgettable.
You know why?
No, not
nothing
really.
happens.
Nothing happens.
No,
All right, let's
happens.
get into
All right.
it before we waste our energy here.
Yeah, I'll retell this. Hold on.
If you could please give us a 5-star rating and a review. They don't also just feed our egos, but they go a long, long way to push our little show a little further. They, pardon me while I have my 7th stroke of the day.
Some of us have had more coffee than others, but
Every night my strokes put me to sleep. Every morning my brittle bones wake me up with their breaking.
Oh, wow.
All right, so if you could.
Seize the DM.
Smell like crappe DM.
Crappy DM. Seize the shit.